Get one more session in, you know. Let's go ahead and get one more session in before I gotta call it a night. Let's see. This thing seems like it's kind of crooked though. Seems like it's kind of crooked. All right. Make sure this thing ain't. Let's see. I don't know if this is crooked or not. Get it perfected. All right, I'm good now. Let's go. Totally. I've been thinking about it for a long time. All right. Get some. Let's see. I think I sent everybody an invite. I think. Yes, that's okay, man. I can't even join the live. Shake my. Don't tell me you done got bananered. Don't tell me you done got bananered. Yeah, I'm going for 2 of them tonight. I said I might as well. I got time to play the video game. I said I might as well get back on one more time, you know, before I hit the sheets. Get at least a couple hours on this. You know, I'll probably do till about 10 o'clock and go to bed. Got me another hour and some change to go. Hit me a double since last night went so well, or this morning. I can't say last night, it was this morning because I went to sleep. I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning. Got on by 10 something. The happiness in your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts. Yep. I like that one. Man. 4 more days. Oh, my boy. Yeah, I getting locked up around here. My boy, hey, you gonna have to change your name to Akon in a minute. What the heck do you be doing? You be cussing people out. My boy, like, yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Go to. Oh, my. Yep. Give me to, if y'all hit them likes, man, real quick. Give me to 1,000. I'll go ahead and start the topic on up. Go ahead and start it up real quick. Secret to life is not waiting. It's not wanting the most, but needing the least. Ooh, okay. I like this guy. Plato. Behavior, although I wasn't making threats. Oh no. They got you for that what they call it, the something behavior. That's what they always get everybody on. Hateful behavior. They do that all the time. I got that from just simply laughing in the live one time. So I'm like, they know one of them buttons work. I like that though. The secret of life is not wanting the most, but needing the least. Hey, that's nice. That was nice right there. That was bars. Not wanting the most, but needing the least. Mm-hmm. I feel it. Outrun the most, needing the least. Everyone must choose one or two pains: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. My boy been in the library or something. Say no, I'm talking jump, but boy, that boy got all the sayings for real, right? Choose it. Yup, exactly. Them are the two though. I pick discipline all day, man. I don't want to regret anything. But regret, you know what I'm saying? Usually that be the people that want to live a fast life and all that situation, you know. People that love them pleasures, them nows, that live that now type life, you know. What is the deal? Let me go and hit you up real quick. I forgot. Let me hit up,
Welcome to the live. It is Kitty. How you doing, sis?
How you doing, man? And let me get. Hey, yeah, I even know he locked up. Hold up.
Locked up, he won't let you out, my boy. Yeah, I is in the building. How you feeling? And one more person. Hold up. Mr. Print. Whoa, I didn't even think his name said that. Oops, but he got all the sayings. There we go. Pause. Pause when I say his name. Pause. Mr. Print. Wow. What the heck?
I had to think about the name. I'm like, what the? I said that too loud. That's meant for the ladies to say that one. Yeah, free him fast, man. He locked up. He Akon in it right now. He locked up. Won't let him out. Won't let him out. Yeah, man. Let me see. Hit these lights up. I'm about to get it started. If y'all got some shares, share to some people that's like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Share to them green lights. Share some people that, you know, get some stuff going, you know. All this stuff is free. Shares and likes. That's why it's all fresh on my mind. Hold on, let me see. Oh, I've been in a low place, so I have been self-motivated. Oh yeah, for sure. That's where it be at, man. Start, you know, when you realize that you the only one that you can make your own moves for real. Nobody can really help you but yourself. You gotta want to help yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can't make you help you. Said you like riddles. Riddle me this. The riddler. Riddles are straight. You know what I'm saying? Riddles is straight, man. Get you to thinking. It get you to thinking. Mm-hmm. All right, we almost at 1,000 in a minute. That mean I'm gonna have to get to talking. You know. I'm always around, but not always around. People want to walk over me. What am I? I'm always around, but not always around. People want to walk over me. Is it a shadow? Hold up. Not always around. Not always around. People want to walk over me. Is it a shadow? Sound like a shadow. What's around? Not the moon. I'm always around, but not always around. Moonwalking. All right. Okay. Had to think about the last. Like, what the heck? Right, right, right. Okay, I feel it. 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 I'm always around, but not always round. People want to walk over me, you know? Oh, so I'm at a thou wow now, huh? So that means I got to get to talking, right? I'm at a thou wow, you know? I gotta let these last 2 hours do their thing before I had to go to sleep. I gotta go to work in the morning. These weekends be so fast when you gotta work on Saturday. Man. But yeah, let me go ahead and get the topic going, man. So the topic, the way you handle your feelings is the way you create your character. Cause you know why I said that though? Cause it was funny. Cause recently it was like, what was that? Sometime this year, I was talking to somebody. There was somebody that really couldn't take constructive criticism for real. It was all good when you talk about everybody else, but when it come to personal things, they like, no way, no way, uh, you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? So it was funny because I was telling this person, I was like, hey, yeah, I could tell a lot about a person based off how they handle their situations and how they manage their feelings and stuff. So she like, oops, I said a she. Now I was supposed to keep it in code, but that person was like, it's like, man, how you acting like you know me and stuff. So basically, you could tell a lot about how just sitting back and seeing back how people handle, certain situations, especially when it's on the downtime or when they at their lowest, right? You know how they if they say if they they put under pressure or something like that, or if they're going through, if they stressing or something like that, how they handle their stresses tell a lot about their character and stuff. Tell about a lot about their mentality and how if they trying to avoid certain situations, if they quick to try to run away from situations before it get worse. It tells a lot about their character. So I'm saying, like, based off how people handle their feelings or control their feelings, it most definitely what makes their character. Um, Because like it's like this. And I hear a lot because a lot of people, and that's why we was talking about earlier, and I'll be like, actions most definitely do speak louder than words. They most definitely do. Because you could say it so much, but then in your action, it shows something else. Like, yeah, I'm such a wonderful person, and then the next sentence you say something like, man, something like, but this old mangy stink back girl or something. You just talking now. You talking dirty. I mean, you talking crazy after that. Like, what the heck? What the heck so positive about that situation? Like, so it just be weird. Like, people be contradicting themselves, or just like I be hearing people be like, "Oh yeah." The funniest one I've been hearing lately be like somebody be like, yeah, no, I'll be accountable for my stuff." But then again, with that situation, it wasn't my fault. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? That's like two opposites though. Like that be you blaming somebody. The opposite of accountability is blaming somebody basically or playing victim. So like people, you could, like I said, you could tell a lot based off like how people, express themselves, which is like more of an action, and it's not off what they say. Or some of the stuff is what's being said though, but it's like I said, depending on how they handle their emotions really. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so big on how you controlling your emotions and all that stuff, and emotional intelligence and putting your ego to the side. I'm big on that situation because that's once we got that in check, we actually change our character, the type of character we are, and the way we present ourselves. It's easy to be a good person when everything is going good. Most definitely, that's what it is, right? And that's where the real test is when you get put in that pressure. NGL, a trait I look for in people, it's their ability to be happy for someone when they gain nothing. Exactly, most definitely, right? Exactly. If they can't do that, it speaks volumes to me. Right. Exactly. You right about I gotta follow this guy. He's speaking some stuff, man. Let's see what he talking about, man. He's speaking some stuff though. I like it. And yeah, exactly. You could tell a lot about person characters, especially the way they express their emotions, right? You could tell a lot. How people can't take criticism or even just when people that gotta match people energy, oh, you treat me bad, I'm gonna treat you bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say that you're a good person or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This, and then the next minute you doing the same thing that they doing to you. Like, what type of, you contradicting yourself? Like, the thing is, you should never let nobody take you out your square. I mean, I understand that we all human and all that stuff, but if you really want to focus on that, you don't need to, don't blame your actions on somebody else if you really, focus on that situation. So it's like, if you really trying to say that you're trying to be a good person, then try. You know what I'm saying? Just simply try. Don't let stuff take you, you know, because like that's be the whole our problem nowadays. Oh, I only did this because this person did that. You know, that's the stuff we've been doing since we was kids. Oh, he hit me, I'ma hit him. You know, she hit me, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she did that, so I did that. Like, look, that's what, like I said. Besides that, it's like it's maturity too. That's another thing. And maturity got a lot to do with your feelings. That's what actually make the difference. That's what make you become an adult. You know, more of an adult. It's not even about your age. It's depending on how how you express your emotions and how handle them and control them. You know, that's to make the difference between a kid and an adult. You know, they say like majority of kids work on, they say, impulse or something like that. Something like that. You know, soon as whatever they feel, that's what they react to. You know, so that's the whole point of an adult. And then the adults actually teach their kids to try to control that. But then again, when it comes to the adult, they dang near doing the same thing as the kids after that. He talked about me. You heard that snap? You know, that's where the gossip and all that stuff be coming from. You hear about this and all that stuff? Yeah, girl, you know what I'm saying? Well, yeah. And something like, well, you sound just like the little kids. They be doing that stuff. You heard what Barney said about the dinosaur and, all that stuff. Like, you don't acting no different from a kid. That's why I said a lot of us just got big ages. We got a big age or an age, and we still got a teenage mentality. Right? If we doing the same stuff as we doing when we was young and stuff, like what have we really changed? All we did was get responsibilities now, right, and more stress in our life. Like, but that don't make you an adult. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you an adult because the law says you're an adult. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you turned 18, that means you're an adult. You know what I'm saying? But it's deeper than that. You know, it's way deeper than that. Law don't make your mentality. Law don't make you mature. Law don't do none of that stuff. That's some stuff you got to figure out on your own as you grow up, or get people to either help you with that situation though. But that age, it don't really mean nothing for real. Age ain't gonna teach you common sense, even though common sense ain't common. Age not gonna teach you, how to be more open minded on certain situations and not to be stuck. It's not gonna, you know, I don't know, but. Yeah, that's why I'm just meaning about it though. Let me see some. Read some of the comments. They can't do it. It speaks volumes. I agree with you. I would expand on the concept though that feelings are not controllable, but your reaction to the emotion is yeah, exactly. Is in your control. Most definitely, right. The way you yeah. The only way, but the way you can control. Well, I mean, not at the moment, but you can shift your feelings, right? If you feel mad, you can do something to think and make you sad. I mean, make you happy or something like that. So that's how I look at it, like controlling your feelings. Even though it's gonna come, feelings gonna come regardless. But that's how I look how you control it. 'Cause you can shift the way you feel. You don't have to be mad, and you don't have to react to being mad either. You know what I'm saying? But you can be mad for that moment, and then think of something too. Because it's just depending on how strong your mentality is. That's all it is. So that's my form of trying to. That's what I be meaning by controlling your feelings or your emotions. It's just all about not letting it stand too long, even though it's gonna happen, and just shift it over to something else. You know, sometimes you gotta think of okay, all right, these. Man, even though it was this, and then you think about it in a positive way, then it changed you to make you, actually put a smile on your face, like, you know what it is, That's just like when you first trip or something like that. You get hurt, you mad, you bust your knee and stuff. But then you get up later and just end up being funny. You know what I'm saying? It'd be something like you end up laughing and you don't just sit there and be mad at it all day. You know what I'm saying? So you just look at it like that was funny though. I did bust a mess because I was over there acting all dumb. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But let's see. What was I about to say? Ooh, cookie hitting. I can feel mad and give into it, right? Or exercise free will and decide how I want to proceed. Yep, exactly. This might text my phone. And then there's another AJ in here. What the heck? That was weird. Seen another AJ in here. It's Cookie hitting. If y'all want to come up, go ahead. Y'all can come up too. I should have put the free be my guest. See y'all interpretation on this situation. We got what 60 y'all in here. Let me see something real quick. Why they get it, man? Oh, Leona is in the building. I ain't see. Let me go ahead and get her again today.
Lady,
Oop.
go!
Wrong one.
Welcome to the live. My mistake, welcome. It is Leona Davis in the building.
I'm back at home.
She's back. She is back.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm shocked you back on here.
Yeah, I went and did one more before the night is out. I said I might as well. So all I was gonna do is probably play the video game or something, give myself a headache. So I said I might as well get one more session in. Maybe I can, meet some more couple
It's
people
storming
before
over
I go
here.
to bed.
It's storming over here, so my lights and stuff might go out. So if I go out, that means everything went off.
Oh, you said storming over there?
Yeah, it's storming over here.
Oh my.
I couldn't even go on my live because the radio on the thing kept acting up.
Oh my. Most hated 2023. Somebody, why they hate that person? But yeah,
So
man.
what we talking about today?
So today we talking about, it's a statement I made. I said the way you handle your feelings is the way you create your character. Because it's the reason why I said it, because it's like the more that I figure out um actually just learning how my feelings work and stuff, how how I react to different things, the reason why I reacted to it. I actually see myself in a lot of people. That's how I be knowing. That's how I get to know them, because I'm like, dang, I did used to do stuff like that and all that, and I would react this way if I did that. So that's why I'd be like, I could actually see like certain people's character, the way they handle it, because it's like I know when somebody is being prideful. I know when somebody's being arrogant. I know because all of us that probably did it at one point. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm just being aware of the situation, because a lot of people is not aware of what they are doing, and they don't want to bite they don't want to bite their ego. You know what I'm saying? Put their ego to the side and be like, no, because they feel like that's them from that point. But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to, I was like that too. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to own up to dang. I was arrogant. I'm being arrogant. You know what I'm saying? I want to make an excuse to everything. When they come to me, I want to make an excuse to everything. But that's when I had to realize that, that it is what it is. No matter how we want to go around it, being arrogant is arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Being
Right.
prideful is prideful. Being in the, what they started to call that, all that stuff. It's just I had to realize all that stuff what it was. The reason why I was acting a certain way, why I wasn't receptive of certain things, and me having anger issues, and everybody, when it comes to self, nobody's trying to address that. Like, oh, it can't be true. You know what I'm saying? I'm only like this because of that. When I started realizing me saying that, oh, I only did this because of that. That was me, not taking accountability on my part. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and that will never help me change. As long as I keep blaming myself or my reactions to everybody else, when I would have the time to check on me. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't. The thing is, if I was to react to every last person that made me feel that way, that means there's something with me I gotta fix then. Because I can't let.
Right.
That means everybody in this world got some type of control over me if I can't control myself. So that's why I'm big on telling people to control their emotions, because once you get that, nobody else can control it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Oh, you got your two. I think your two came from when you hit them lights, they give you like a bonus two coins on there.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, they be doing that. Every like some seconds you get two plus 2 points for hitting likes.
I didn't know
But
that.
yeah,
Wow.
And that's the reason why, like I said, because I done had all this time, try to figure that stuff out. That's why I can tell a lot about a person, how they handle certain situations and stuff. How they express their feelings, and if somebody's like totally healed. I'm pretty sure that's what psychologists, and I don't know what they do. I don't know, whatever, but I ain't had to get no degree for that because I took the time for myself or whatever. But I'm saying it's just like when you actually can understand people's emotions, the way they talking and stuff. I mean, that's when that's why I say you can see a lot about, like, you could tell the type of character they is. You could tell that, oh, they're not good at taking constructive criticism, or they're not good at, when it comes to self, they ego driven, or they've been spoiled or something, or they might have been this way because they, what I'm saying, their parents was, what I'm saying. You find out a lot, especially just talking to a bunch of people. You find a lot and realize that, a lot of us just is literally, like I was mentioning earlier, we the same. We really the same. Like, because it's like if we had that type of life, we'd probably be the exact same type of way. It's just our emotions, the way we react to them might be a little bit different from one another. Some are more patient than others. Some are quicker to snap than others. But most of the time, a lot of us doing the same exact thing. Especially if you go around this app, it's all people mad. Oh, you didn't agree with me. I'm mad. I'm mad. I don't like you. I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? It just turned to that real quick. They be about the same people that attract each other until. But as I say, you could tell a lot, man, for real. For real. But that's just taking, like I said, you gotta, when you work on yourself, you see yourself in a lot of people. That's what happens. That's what really working on yourself is. You gotta ask yourself why. Besides asking everybody else why you do this and why you do that, you gotta ask yourself that first. Why I can't get along with this person? Why why I feel this way? Why am I biased to this certain person or certain situation or certain job? You know what I'm saying? Why I don't like this person because the color of their skin or something like that. Like, you gotta always ask yourself why. And most of the time you can
Right.
figure that answer out if you just keep digging deep enough. You know what I'm saying? No, why should I
Exactly.
do this? Why, should I turn from this? Because maybe this gonna play an effect in my future or something like that. It's just so much. And you can get a lot of stuff answered by keep asking why. It's just really that simple. You know what I'm saying? Keep asking why and try to figure it out as much as you can. And you dig into yourself first, then you can be able to figure it out through other people. You know?
Right. Right.
Uh, let's
Right.
say people tell me I'm very stoic and calm when I deal with these intense situations. That's because you found peace within yourself. You realize life. You look at life for what it is. I don't say I don't. I say I don't confuse composure with ease. What do I believe? What do I believe the idea I have? Are they my own ideas, or or is it given to me? Okay. Right. I was hearing somebody say something recently, like, which just sound legit. So they said some places, or like schools and stuff, they teach you what they say, teach you what to, oh, they teach you what to understand, not teach you how to understand. It was something like that. Somebody had said something like that in my live. I was like, that don't sound, or was it my live? One of them, it was just, that was legit too. I was like, yeah, they right. A lot of people try to teach you what to understand instead of teach you how to understand. That's how they got us in this loop and stuff, and got us thinking the way we think and watching these Disney fairy tales and thinking our life can be like that, and got us,
Right.
following all this stuff, and, oh, this is a lie. Follow this trend. If you don't follow this trend, then you're unpopular. You're lame. You're this. You know what I'm saying? So that's what gets taught out here. Oh, you the black sheep of the family because you don't act like this. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. The thing is, everybody don't want to, you gotta look at stuff and see. You keep being a follower so much. Some people gotta be a leader at some point. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep following, especially if it ain't lead you to grow nowhere. If you following a whole family of stress, like, what the heck? Who gonna be the one to, that's where that generational curse thing to be coming from, or the generational habits. You know what I'm saying? That's where that term come from, because we not breaking through, or somebody in the family is not breaking through the same repetitive thing that we keep living. You know?
Right.
Let's see. I'm confused. Why do I believe the idea I have are their own ideas? Okay, you already said that. Some say ideas are not ours, but they simply enter our heads with the wind and leave just That's fast. Yeah, I'm finding that down too. When I had some good stuff I really want to say, it'd be leaving too fast. I'm like, hey, come back, come back. The wind blew it away. So, Mister, come on up, man. Do you got enough followers? I think. Come on up, man. You got the whole chat. You got it going up in there, boy. You can come on up in the box, man. So you got a lot of good stuff, man. Got a lot of good stuff. Even though you got the chat moving and stuff, that probably make my stuff look active. But hey, you said the fingers is working well. You know what I'm saying?
Hello, hello.
What's the deal, man?
Oh, not much, man. I'm just taking a little break. I'm at work. I have my own
Oh yeah,
business,
work.
so I work every day pretty much.
Oh, whoa. Oh,
Me and the old lady, we have our own business, so we're always working.
oh, I
But
get you. Now, when it comes to that, it makes sense though. Says soon y'all be having people working for y'all, soon, right? Just
eventually,
having
maybe.
eventually, yeah, yeah. I feel you.
I just been in a lot of lives lately talking about feelings and thoughts and control and illusion
Hmm.
and free will and how do you trust your reason and things like that. So just this conversation's right on par with a bunch of lives I've been in lately, and I just
Hmm.
couldn't help myself. I mean, you're saying so much stuff; it's just sparking all these little branches in my mind. Like, oh, I want to bring this up, and oh, I want to bring up this, and I want to throw this in there because it's like I just feel like a similar brainwave with you.
Yeah, most definitely, man. That's the point of this situation too, man. Trying to get everybody at least try to get on the same page, or if we don't have people on the same page, we got to build a good enough group enough so we be able to help others. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody, it don't resonate. Maybe not right away, but eventually. That's why I say I'm big on if we don't get it, get people to understand the beginning on certain situations. We plant sand in seeds in each other like low key. Like that's what happens on if even if it's a negative seed, positive, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to call it, but the seeds get planted in both of us. And then it's all about trying to understand of what this and what's been planted inside of us for real. And that's when it grow from that point. Because that's what conversing and all that stuff come with. But it just depend on because some people is just living a life of they want. You know what I'm saying? It's too boring to get what you need. You know what I'm saying? And that take a lot of change to get what you need. And when it comes to change, people are allergic to that word.
Can I
Man,
ask you something?
yeah.
Are you religious by chance or no?
Um, I was religious. I'm more spiritual now than anything because I realize religion is what kind of separate all of us for real. Because I feel like we all do the same exact thing, but we just separate it. We just separate it because the beliefs and all that stuff. But I'm more spiritual than religious now.
Okay, cool.
Now, what's the difference?
Go
Huh?
ahead, Leona. Well, I didn't hear you. What was that?
What's the difference when you said spiritual and religious? What's the difference?
Um, religious is more of like a belief type system or whatever, and the cultures and stuff they come. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a belief system or whatever, where
Mhm.
everybody do something. It's the same thing as like culture. It's something that you all believe in. It's something you do like especially like every Sunday or something like that or whatever. Go to church and all that and keep up with your beliefs and all whatever because everybody got their own
Oh,
beliefs. Yeah, spiritual is like you just leading with what's in internally or something like that. The way you feel, like some people be probably just one with nature or something like that, or all of it's still kind of beliefs in a way, but religion is just more like in a group type situation. I gotta look that up though, but I know what I want to say, but I know it's more of you know. I just realized that's the problem with a lot of us getting separated because all of us literally like kind of want the same exact thing, but we just going down different paths. Hold, let me get a.
Welcome to the live. AJ has finally woke up. What's the deal, man? We had some good lives earlier, man. We had some good lives.
She
The
busy
reason I
woman again.
asked, the reason
Uh,
I asked if you were religious,
mhm.
wasn't to spark some sort of religious conversion conversation. That wasn't the idea. I just wanted to point out because I had a religious kind of evolution and thought that followed something you were talking about when you were saying,
Okay,
that you have to put in the work for yourself
right.
and you have to, go out and achieve what you want to achieve, kind of pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Right.
instead of blaming the environment that you're in, uh, put the work inward instead of putting the work on everybody else.
Right.
That idea that I'm drawing from is similar to this evolution in thought I had when it came to prayer. And
Mm-hmm.
with prayer, I feel that the general populace that is, follows the Western culture of religion, the Judeo-Christian belief system, when you pray, people are using it as a way to try to get God to bend reality to their will. And I think
Right.
that you're using prayer in the wrong form. You're trying to use a flathead screwdriver for a Phillips screw. It's not going to work. When really
Mm-hmm.
prayer is a tool that's designed to bend you to, if you're religious, you're asking for the ability for you to bend yourself to God's will. So you're praying so that you can have the ability to work on yourself. Essentially, you don't
Right.
really like, God, give me $1 million. It's God, how can I work, in a way that's going to put me on your path? What's
Right.
gonna be a work that's going to fulfill me? And then guess what? The $1 million comes, not because you asked for the $1 million, but because you asked
'Cause
to work on yourself, essentially, through
the
God.
mentality. Yep.
So
He
it's
gave
like,
you the mentality.
I just wanted to point that out. It was an interesting parallel, and it doesn't matter whether you're religious or not. The point of
Right.
it is instead of praying to God and asking for this ability to put yourself on a path, you're just looking inward and saying, what's going to be the best path for me to move forward in the life that I want?
Yep.
And
Exactly.
I just wanted to point out that unique parallel. I thought that was kind of cool because I just went through this about a month ago where it's like, why isn't prayer working in the way that I want it to? And then I'm like, okay, it's because I'm trying to be selfish in a way with it, when really
Right.
prayer is an act of submission to what is, you know what I mean? Instead of what I want.
Mm-hmm. That
So
was perfect. I
that was
like that.
so
I like
I
it. That was
really
good. That's
thought that was,
right.
that was great that you shared that, because that's an important growth step for everybody to go through.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, man. But I realize even with that, just being around, I think, and that's why I be saying that everybody literally is entitled to their beliefs and, the situation, because I believe, like, if anybody, like, we believe in God, because that's one thing I do believe in God, though, that, um, you, what was I getting to with that? What the freak was I getting? I hate when I do that. When I sidetrack myself, I forget what I was originally about to say.
Man, those ideas
Um,
coming and going like the wind, huh?
yeah, that wind stuff, exactly, it just happened too quick, though. But what else was I getting to? I was saying that, man, boy, I feel like I'm just getting old. I'm only 30 something, 32.
We were
Um,
just talking about, turning your drive and your focus into the works that you can do versus the works that other people can do for you. Blaming others. Putting the
hmm
blame and the pressure on yourself to go out and achieve. So that was the general feel of what I think we were talking about.
hmm Okay, yeah, gotcha. Oh, you know what? I just thought. Now I thought about it though. I was just saying that it was made this way. You know what I'm saying? These different religions and all the stuff, the way people be thinking and stuff. I do believe everything it ties with one another and stuff. That's what gets some people to actually, because some people have to, build their mentality up because of a religion or something like that. Or some people, because like really, I really don't. I believe myself. I don't. I believe that we are on this earth not just for ourselves. We here for whatever bigger purpose for what our maker made us. You know what I'm saying? So we be thinking that this earth is for us, and everybody think this for them. You know what I'm saying? Because they just got brung here on this earth. Now they like, no, this got to revolve around my way and stuff because it's my life. My life, I gotta live my. But I don't even think our life is only just for our life. I'll say that a lot on most of my life. I always say I don't believe our life is only for our life and stuff. It's more of like it's to you know mold the future and all that stuff. What we do with that or how we impact others. We all impact each other, even if we didn't get a chance to live for too long or we live too short or even the unborn babies and stuff. They still make an impact in somewhere around this world. They do. You know what I'm saying? So we all here to impact each other. We all different ways or different examples of how to live life. You know what I'm saying? So all of us have a purpose, good or bad, however we want to call it though. So yeah, so everything do happen for a reason. That's one foreign thing I'm believing of. And it most definitely is though. So, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm totally with you. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't always been a religious person. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I considered myself an atheist for a long time,
Oh, okay.
and it wasn't an atheist out of anger or anything, just out of skepticism. I needed to question things. I needed to run my own logic to its
Yep.
natural conclusion enough times in my head,
Mm-hmm.
and just discovering God was something that happened through me through thought and through consideration
Mm-hmm.
and analysis. I didn't have some moment where God stopped time and spoke to me or something like that. It was just more of a philosophical realization. So I just kind of think that what you're saying about our impact,
Mm-hmm.
I think that ultimately, if you do the right thing by yourself, that has a effect on everybody around you in a
Mm-hmm.
positive way. And if you do the wrong thing in life, like I'll use myself as an example. If I were to give in to the bad impulses of drug use and party scene and going out and not caring about my marriage and my children, there would be an immediate shockwave of negative effects that would
Mm-hmm.
go way beyond me, all because I'm not living right by myself. Now, if I adhere to what I believe to be the right principles of living right by myself, my wife benefits, my children benefit, therefore their relationships benefit,
Yep.
so then I really think it's just, analyzing the situation and doing what you conclude to be the right thing to do, I think has a
Mm.
good positive outreach.
Yep. Exactly. And then, yeah, good. And I mean, no matter how it is or whatever decisions we make in our life, all that stuff, it ties in with one another. And I mean, whatever happened would have happened. Even our past, that's why I was mentioning earlier, on my live earlier, I was saying that, I don't regret anything in the past, or people shouldn't regret anything in the past because they wouldn't, be the person they is today. A lot of stuff is just meant for us to learn from. Even with the people that we say that's bad, I mean, depending on the mentality, that we learn from the people that do the bad things. We learn from people that do good things. Like all that stuff do tie with one another, good and bad. Also mentioned earlier that, like my man's put in my head that, that's how both of them is supposed to exist, good and bad. Because like if everything was supposed to be good, when we ever, I mean, if it was no bad, then when we ever had a chance to appreciate the good, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's why we know
I
everything tie
totally
in.
agree.
All
Hi.
right.
I totally agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
If you live in a world where everything is perfect and you have no consequences for your actions, I don't think that's a world where you can even express free will. Because what would you do if you knew you could never fail? If nothing could ever go wrong, you would do everything, anything you wanted. But when there's the
Mm-hmm.
opportunity that things can go south, you have to really exercise your free will and say, "This is something that I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
in spite of the negative potential."
Exactly. Exactly. That's how it is, man. That's why I be trying to, get people to like, hey, even if you fail, you know what I'm saying? At least you tried. It's better to try than not, than not try. It's better to try and fail than, what I'm saying, not try at all. That's why, because it lets you know is that it's either, what I'm saying, for you to, you know, move forward, or because some stuff is just harder to get. And I think one of our biggest problems is that we look at other people, we compare ourselves to other people, and like, well, they got it easy, then why I ain't get it easy and stuff. And that's where we get disappointed at. But maybe it ain't meant for you to either do that, or it ain't meant for you to get it right away. Maybe it's a process you got to get to of appreciation. So you can what I'm saying, different things you got to get through so you can appreciate it more. Because the people that get it so fast, they ain't gonna know how to appreciate it because they think it's easy to them. That's easy peasy. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just snap my fingers or whatever. Just like I be loved mentioning that video. Because I'm like, that's like me. I can, even though I do be getting jealous about it, but it is what it is. So I can't get too mad at it. I just be talking about it though. About that one girl that came on TikTok. And she coming on here talking about some period A, period. Now this girl from saying a silly song like that, this girl got 5 million followers. It's off that silly song. And I'm like, dog. And the important stuff, like the stuff I do, and people that's putting out here, they can't even get no type of attention. I'm like, that junk is just wild. But you know, like I said, some stuff just ain't meant. That's what. But it's just all about not giving up, and that's why I keep doing this every day. Because eventually I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna get to people and stuff. Like I mean, it's gonna happen. If it happened, it happened. And then in the process, it's still helping me out. It's still building my character up. I mean, I'm learning a lot from a bunch of different people, different ways, and all that stuff. And figure when the time come, the time gonna come. I'll be more and more ready. But in the process, I could do it a couple people a day and stuff. Or some days I might get 100 people in my room, 200 people in my room. Some days I get four, 5, 6, 10 people in the room. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's more of the quality than the quality than the quantity and stuff. So I'd rather go that route because it's so easy to come on here. Let's do a man versus woman thing all day and say how much they do bad and how much, you know what I'm saying, but not get no resolution at the end of the day. I'm good on that. Most of the time, all the people that's following you be haters anyways, just reporting your page and all that stuff, and people that's hurting and all this, like, I don't like them, you know what I'm saying? Some people just on here entertainment, but then again, they stressing off the entertainment, so it's just, I don't know, it just be weird. Be weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
just like you
I
said,
feel like
everybody
you
hop
want to
in
go
and
the
out the
route.
room and stuff. Everybody hops in and out of your room, even though they hopping in and out, they're still listening to you, and they're
Yeah,
probably passing the word to somebody else. That's why new people keep coming in.
right, exactly.
I mean,
You were
my
saying
only
something?
point that I try to make is that people shouldn't underestimate their own abilities, whether it be a physical or mental. I'm always in the idea that you should push yourself, and
Mm,
you should aim your works inward, and that will have a positive outcome on you. I
yeah,
think people I try to push the idea that people need to realize that they get the rare opportunity because we exist as humans to determine their self-worth. So like you get to determine what you're worth in this world. and
yep,
and I think when people really understand what that means, it doesn't mean like, oh, I'm worth $1 million, so I'm going to make $1 million. Like, you get to decide if you're a good person or a bad person or an honest
yeah,
person or whatever. You get to make all of these really cool decisions throughout the span of your life. So own them is kind of my mentality. Is take advantage of this great chance at life that we have, and just own it.
yep. I mean, like, and I always look at it this way: if you mentally and spiritually rich, you ain't got to worry about being physically rich. You know what I'm saying? That's what really counts is what's in the inside. You know what I'm saying? Because I got that mentality now where, like, even if I ain't making that much money and stuff, it's like I got the ability to. It's just like it's in me. Like I feel like if it come, it could just be it'd be easy because it's like I'm not stressing because I understand me. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get you real quick.
What's the deal? One and only Nino in the building. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Well, we had such a good live earlier, man. You missed it, but I met some good people though, for real, man. Hey, we building this group up, man. Oh, this dude, Mister. I don't like saying his name, man. I'm gonna just say Mister. You know what I'm saying, Mister, because it sounds weird. I'm gonna let your wife say that last part. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, Mr.
but yeah,
Prince. I
he
didn't think
pretty
about
cool,
it
man. I
when I
like this
when I
guy.
made the profile. That wasn't the intention. It's because I do all kinds of print work.
I
I'm a
get you.
printer, so
Yeah, I get you. It's just a negative mentality that's coming up with me and stuff. So that's when I usually hear that be some girls be saying about, because I remember they saying, "Oh, I like your print and all this." So come with some weird stuff. I don't know. I ain't trying to be all like that, but I'm just saying. But it's just the first thing I think about is stuff that's just weird. Mr. Print. That just
my
sounds. A lot
name's
of
my
people, I'm
name
pretty
is
sure,
Tony.
take it that
So
way. Hi.
my name's Tony, by the way.
Okay, Tony. I'm gonna stick with that then. My boy Tony in that boy. Yeah, he pretty cool. Y'all should add him. He good, man. But what was I saying? It was something I was talking about. Uh.
Conversation's been all over the place.
It has though, but it's just it's hey. each of it is need to be heard. You know what I'm saying? When you talk, we talking some stuff to help, even though it ain't on the topic. But hey, that's why I be good with stuff like that. Even if we off topic and stuff, as long as we saying some stuff that's helping uplifting people or motivate somebody. That's all that really matter though. Cause shoot, we can hit it at different angles and stuff. People might, just helping them. You know what I'm saying? It's helping people. Just like she was saying, some people might be on the outside of my page watching my stuff, like, what the heck? Ooh, cool, I didn't even know it like that. Or some people out here with the bored face, like, I don't like that. You said that word accountability, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
so that's the two groups of people I run into nowadays. But hey, I'm fully aware of my journey. I already know. You know what I'm saying? Because some people is stuck in the way they is, and they don't want to. They don't want to grow. They want to stay comfortable who they are. Because people, I ain't gonna lie. To a lot of people, change is hard. Change is hard. Blaming yourself is hard. You know, I mean, they love how growth look, right? They love how it look, but they don't like what it takes to do it. Everybody want to take the quick route. Oh dang, I gotta do workout to get a 6 pack. No, why not? Why do that when I can go get surgery and cut? You know what I'm saying? Rather people like the fast stuff, man. You do the fast stuff,
Exactly.
like I said, you never appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yep.
a wonderful feeling when you grind hard all these years and pushing. The next minute you got your chest all out and 6 pack and stuff, and to get to tell yourself that I work hard for this. You know what I'm saying? And it helps build up your mentality and all that stuff. It gives you a stronger mentality, that I can mentality. Like I know if they do it, I can do it type situation too. If I worked on my physical this hard, I can do this same mentality on getting the business. I can do the same mentality on working with or connecting with better people and stuff. So it's like all that stuff. It takes work to get this type of these different type of mentalities and stuff, or this type of way of thinking. It just take work. You got to just be patient and willing to and be interested in doing it. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
I think that you're speaking to a strength that people don't realize it's something you have to build, but it's
Yep.
how you accept rejection.
Mm-hmm.
It's a learned trait. It's not something that you get exposed to, and very common anymore. And then when you do experience it, you don't know how to deal with those emotions that come up from it. So,
Mm-hmm.
I just read, I can't remember the philosopher, but he was standing in front of a statue begging it for money.
Mm-hmm.
And when someone came up to him and said, "Why are you begging this statue for money?" He said, "I'm practicing being rejected." Because
Oh wow.
because guess what? When
Plot
you've
twist.
practiced that skill enough and you're trying to succeed, and someone says no, you can easily just disassociate, turn that volume all the way down, and move to the next person until you get the answer you need. You know,
Mm.
so it's like that's an important skill that people need to realize. It doesn't come overnight. You have to build it,
Got
and you
to.
only
You
build it by
got to.
getting out there and being told no.
I like that. That's bars right there. I like that. That was real nice. That was wow. Hold up and get you real quick. You look like a new guy. Hold up.
What's the deal? BBO edits in the building, and he got the muscles out. Watch out, guys. How you feeling, man? Welcome to the live.
Hey,
What's up,
salute to
man?
you, bro. I just scrolled into the live, man. Saw you, man. Like what I was hearing up in here, man. Salute to everybody in here, man. Yeah, but
Oh yeah, for sure.
I came in, like just like you were saying on the tail end of what you were saying. Like a lot of time when I'm out, a lot of guys, mostly men gonna say, a lot of time women just look like, man, you big, you got muscles, and I make sure that I reiterate all the time to to whoever's asking or giving me a compliment or whatnot. I was like, hey man, it's a mindset. Like it's not like I don't even work out for muscles anymore. Like it's like really like I do it for my mind. You get what I'm saying? Like
Woo.
it's like a mentality. You get what I'm saying? It strengthens so many more parts of my mind and my body and my spirit, because you know what I mean. Not only working out, it teaches you to like keep working through the pain and and break yourself down and endure it and go through it and then come back the next day, and then also to be consistent with something, to keep working at it. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many life
Mm-hmm.
aspects into working out. Like the muscles are just like, that's just a benefit, but it's not really like it's an aesthetic benefit, but it's like that's not the best thing I get from it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I make sure I reiterate all the time to people, you know, instead of just saying thank you, you know, I do curls or whatever, you know, it's really not even about that.
That make you right about that. Now I know that, and that's one thing I used to tell. So I got this. I made a because I made so much. I made so much stuff. I did say them are like the three works. I said you got to work out, work on, and work with your stuff. So I do say that because like when you work out, most definitely it do. And that's why I recommend working out to a lot of people. I said when you work out, it builds you that, and it gives you that I can mentality. Because because it could start off, it's physical, but I think which make more sense. You do gotta have the mentality first, but then it just kind of boosts your mentality as you take action with it. You know what I'm saying? And then it makes your mentality even stronger. Like, dang, I knew I could do it and stuff. Now I'm over here I went from 10 push-ups, now I can do 40 and stuff. You ever notice? And I noticed that, like, a lot of motivational speakers be people that be working out too. Unless I think about it though, like if you really think about it, and they be sounding like they know, and they be with it though too. But then again, a lot of people that got that that either the victim mentality or that he just a buffhead or something like that. Them the ones they don't really understand it. They don't really understand that it takes work with anything. You know what I'm saying? It takes work with mentality, all that stuff. But anybody that want to take that little shortcut in life, they will never understand that though, and it will have to take them maybe the hard times to really understand that you are the one that's holding yourself back because you're making every excuse to even move forward. You gonna keep making your excuses. Now you live in that excuse type life, then you're gonna get excuse type results. That's just what's gonna happen. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
if you think about it, the physical breakdown of the muscles, every time you go
Mhm.
work out, you're breaking the muscles down. Well, you're
Yep.
breaking your mind down because most people quit. Like, do you know gyms make most of their money in December and January through new subscription, or people got New Year's resolution, right? They got New Year's
Hmm.
resolution. Everybody getting in the gym, like, which I hate that. Like people who consistently work out like me, like we hate like from like January to like right around March. It get better around about March or April because most people didn't quit. It starts tapering off month by month. But they're like, oh, I'm hurting, I'm sore. I'm like, that's what's supposed to happen. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean? Just like you're not used to working out, like, that was supposed to happen. Like you have to recondition your
Hmm.
body and your mind to like, nope, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. Because you're not gonna
Yep.
just start to see results instantly. You got to
No.
kind on it. But it's just that pushing through.
Pushing.
If everybody could go to the gym for a week and then instantly see results, everybody would just keep going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to get surgery. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You go to the gym 2 weeks, think you got everything figured out, then like it would defeat the point.
Yep. Exactly.
So, I mean, I used to be a power lifter back in my younger days, and
Mhm.
the way that like working out helped me a lot. I mean, I had a lot of physical issues from an accident, so working out was never really from I want to compete against everybody else and be the strongest, hoorah. It was more like I want to find out what my own personal limitations are. So I need to surround myself with the people who are doing that exact thing. And I mean, I did that for quite a few years, and that group of people, some of the most motivating individuals you'll ever find are,
Mhm.
the bodybuilders and the powerlifters. I mean, there's a fair amount of people who are in their own head and they're egotistical, but you can find some really good individuals that understand the journey that you're going on when you're just doing it for you, and the ability to be comfortable when every part of your body is telling you stop, 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 and you can just get comfortable in that zone and keep pushing is a strength you can carry on in a lot of other ways, but I think it's found most commonly in the gym. And
Mhm.
at least I carried that into my adulthood of, after I stopped doing all that, to if something's difficult, I can keep working on it and I can get there.
Right. Right. Exactly. I actually used this as I don't think I ever made a post, but I made a post, but it wasn't like a video. But I was saying that if you ever think about it, life is like a muscle. That's what I be saying. It's like a muscle, like it's or working out a muscle or something like that. So sometimes you through life it tears you up, right? It tears you down and all that stuff, just like a muscle do when you working it out. Tears down, it's gonna get sore, it's gonna hurt, right? But then eventually, you let it heal. Once you go through the healing process, then and you overcome it. You get stronger. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, of course, you're gonna go through your pains and stuff, but the pains is not just there for you just to sit in and then just quit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know what I'm saying? If once you overcome it and let it heal.
You
Oh,
breaking
he
up? I
froze.
think you
From
breaking up.
growth,
Yep, he froze. He
like we be
You
getting
froze
mad at every
real
last
bad.
piece
You
of
froze real bad.
huh?
You froze real bad.
I froze.
We hear
Yeah, you
nothing you
were
Yeah.
at the
said.
end of it
Yep.
and you froze.
Oh wow, I was saying something the whole entire time. What the last thing I leave off with? I was saying about life being a muscle. Y'all heard that part?
Yeah, we heard the
I ain't,
introduction.
I ain't
Oh my! I was saying, I feel like I'm repeating myself. That's just crazy. So I was saying that I was telling people that life is like a muscle, basically, and I said that um that you it's like it's the reason why I say it's like a muscle because like especially when you working out, right, that you just tearing it up and then you go through your pains, right. And I said that just like life, you're gonna go through pains and stuff, but you gotta overcome it. You gotta overcome it and let it heal. And once you let it overcome it and let it heal, you take it back on, you get stronger, or you get tougher in that situation. But that's how stress is. That's how pains when your breakup, when you hurt and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's made for you to, it's gonna hurt the first time, but then again, when you get used to it, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be nothing. You're gonna be strong. You're gonna be ready to take it on the next time. Any different lifting weights and all that stuff. You get strong. You don't just lift it one time. Oh, it's sore, and then you're done with it after that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this no more. I don't like that pain. That's just that. That's just that ain't how it is. Did it freeze
Mm-hmm.
again?
Kev, my
Okay.
phone's about to die, and I gotta head out, brother. I gotta get back to work.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Take
for
care,
sure.
brother.
Thank you so much for having me in your space
Oh,
and giving
oh
me
yeah,
a
man.
spot to talk. I really appreciate it. It's very kind.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'll be looking for your live now that I followed you, man. I can't wait to see
Oh
what you
yeah,
talk about.
man. I am meeting some good people today. Junk is crazy. Like, man, for sure, man. I'm gonna catch you though, for sure. I added y'all too. Like, I be skimpy with my ass, but y'all done came up with some bars today. I had to add y'all.
Well,
Today I need to start getting on Sundays. Shoot, I be dodging Sundays.
thank you again, and
Yeah.
Leona, I believe that's how I pronounce it. It was a pleasure to
Hmm.
meet you in chat. Have a good
You
day,
too. You too. Bye bye.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man.
and see you later, BVO
All right,
edits.
take care, bro. So, like you were saying about that too, is also like one thing you learn from working out consistently is also start to know your body because as you start to try to push yourself, you can start to get hurt. Like it's a difference between like muscle strain and pain versus like you actually may have tweaked something or you may have overexerted a muscle or maybe because I had like shoulder issues or whatnot and certain times in my back or certain issues with my core, right? And whether it was my fault on lifting wrong or anything like that, but you have to. Life is like that too. Like you got to know, like, all right, well, I'm just gonna keep going because a lot of people like, well, I'm just gonna keep going and ignore
Hmm.
this and keep going through life, and then that's how
Mm.
your mental health start to break down. So, like working
Mm.
out, similar to working out, you got to know, like, hey, I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna go down on the weight. I'm gonna take a break from this. I'm just gonna go in here and do lightweight. I'm just gonna stretch today. I'm gonna take 1 or 2 days off and just kind of moderate myself. Maybe put some ice on the muscle. Maybe rehab. Put some icy hot or whatever the case may be, and then
Mm.
take it easy. You got to do that within life too, man. Like you just can't keep going and keep going and keep going because you start to ignore those red flags, and it's just like a car, man. Like you know what I mean. You ignore one part, you just don't get an oil change or you neglect one thing, everything is connected like a chain reaction.
Mm.
So then that part start wearing off, then it put more strain on the next part. So that's how you have to look at it as well, man. So it can be compared in so many different ways, man. Make sure you guys take the time out and just always just not only know your body, but just know where you at, know yourself. Like, hey, I'm not feeling good. I think I'm gonna chill out in this one area, or reduce some of my stress, or I think I'm gonna take a vacation. I think I'm gonna take some time off, whatever the case may be. So you have to most definitely monitor yourself.
Got to, man. Got to. Welcome back. Lying back in the building. Lying to my friend again. She been in my room 3 days consecutive. What's going on? I remember she ain't mess with me for a minute. That was weird. That's weird. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. I thought you left with the other group of people that don't like me no more. I always tell people, man, that's what it is, man. I don't got no feelings against nobody or nothing because I know my intentions on here, man. I know stuff that I say might hurt feelings sometimes. I know at the end of the day, I'm just trying to help everybody, man. I can't, my thing is I just can't, if I feel, I don't know how to put that, but no, I gotta say what gotta be said sometimes. I can't, and which I know I ain't for everybody. Everybody can't take direct talk to people and stuff. You can't. Some people want to get baby into their situation, but the thing is, I'm kind of fed up on the baby and stuff. I just can't do the pandering. I can't do none of that stuff, man. I gotta tell it how it is because that's all we've been living our life is. Oh man, we gotta watch our feelings. Watch how you hurt somebody's feelings. You don't want to hurt their feelings and all that stuff. But then again, like, duh. That's why I say all the time. That's why this my new saying is that I rather live better than feel better. I rather feel better than live better. You know what I'm saying? What I said it wrong. My bad. I rather live better than feel better. That's how it is. And we keep going. If we go off feelings, we'll never be able to live right. You know what I'm saying? Because it feel right. Just because something feel right, that don't mean it is right for you. You know what I'm saying? So things got to be talked about, man. Even if it hurt her feelings or not. I had my feelings hurt plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? When I was even correcting myself, I was like, oh no, it couldn't be. This can't be right. You know what I'm saying? It's no way that I'm stubborn. It's no way that I'm ego driven. It's no way that, it's my fault. You know what I'm saying? But, when I realized in life and I started taking accountability and, controlling my emotions and all that stuff, then I actually started seeing stuff through a better lens. I started having way less stress in my life. I started enjoying peace just overall. I mean, I love peace. That's something I'm in love with now. You know what I'm saying? Peace. Because that's the best thing you could ever get in your life is as chaotic as this world is. You know what I'm saying? I still think y'all need to talk, but that's not my, oh no, ain't nothing wrong with that. They visit my room and stuff, but the thing is, which the thing is, um, uh, it's like you gotta know what you can handle. And I always told them that because I have nothing against, the people because like I said, I do, I'm not for everybody. I'm gonna put it that way. So you can't force nothing that somebody can't handle. That's all it is. Me, myself, that's why I never unfriend people or nothing like that. I let them unfriend me. But everybody, like I said, everybody can't take a direct conversation. And me myself, I can't walk around eggshells to get a message out. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta get a message out, I gotta put it out. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff is just hurting us. All of us can't get talked to like babies all the time. You know what I'm saying? We can't be like, oh no, it'll be all right. They didn't really mean it. Like that. It does nothing. It solves no resolutions or no conclusions or something. It don't do none of that as long as you keep doing it. I mean, one day we're gonna have to face it. There's no way you can dodge. You know, you can't. There's no way you can dodge things nowadays, even if you baby. I really don't think you understand the situation. What you mean? What you talking about? I don't get what you mean. And who you talking about though? Who you talking about? Who is y'all? I'm trying to see now. I thought we was on the same page. I'm confused now.
When you fell out with somebody on here or something like that?
I didn't fall out when I lost some friends recently. Oh, I ain't gonna say lost them. They still my friends, but they just haven't been around because of the way my lives are. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, it's like you will realize it's some people that don't like accountability or the word accountability and stuff. So and they will. I don't know how to put it though, but
Yeah.
It's just like that. That's all it is.
What you saying? Y'all was connecting. Y'all was vibing at one point of period, and
Yeah,
then
we was
she
vibing, but
said something, or you made some type of content that they didn't approve
no,
of.
let me see if she talking about the same person. Let me see. Who you talking about? Oh, come in the box and make it easier for me, man. You making it hard. Now I'm trying to see what you talking about. If you talking about the same people. Because if you talking about the same people, I've seen them a few times though. I seen them, But just like if we talking about the same people, it's the same thing goes. Because I can't handle their lives. They can't handle my lives. I can't handle theirs. Because they got people in there that I feel is dangerous. Yeah. Oh yeah. You talking about? Yeah. Okay. You talking about her? Yeah. Them. Okay. Yeah. But we cool. We cool. She came in there. She came in my room a couple times, but. It don't make us not cool because she can't handle what I put because I can't handle what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because they got rooms, right? They got rooms where like they got people that don't know what accountability is over there. They got people over there that be and you see I don't know if you really go to my room versus the rooms they have, you know that I'm more even if I speak the stuff, my stuff is direct, but I don't express myself by cussing people out, right? Which we see that a lot over there. I don't sit here and because you hurt my feelings, I'm gonna hurt you, you effing, you know what I'm saying? I don't do all of that stuff. I know how to talk to people in a certain way. It's just what's being said. It ain't what I'm saying, it's just what's being said that they can't connect with. You know what I'm saying? It's you gonna realize that it's just some people that's on here that because they want to, they've been hurt. They have been hurt. And all of us been hurt. But it's like people don't like when it takes when you find out that you gotta be I'm gonna just put it this way: people like playing victim a lot. So as long as that, I can't. That's one thing I can't get along with. I can't say get along with, but I never connect with is people that play victim. I can't do that. I really can't do that.
Yeah.
It just never works. It never works. And as long as you got that,
It
we would
sounds
never be able to grow.
similar.
Uh, you said what?
Oh,
Edits?
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear
Mic
you.
check. Mic check.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds similar. I haven't really experienced that on. I don't do a lot of lives, whatnot like that. But like in real life,
Yeah.
I had that happen like within the past year with a couple of people. And what I realized is these type of people, like whenever you saying something that they agree with, then they your best friend. You get what I'm saying? They laughing or they agreeing with
Exactly.
you. And then
Mm-hmm.
as soon as you say something that's contrary to, that you don't agree, then they're like you said, the worst thing in the world is you the most, meanest person. It's like I'm like this all the time. Like what are you
Exactly.
talking about? So you want me to like, alter my perspective on something because you don't like it. So now we ain't cool
Exactly.
because we disagree. So I like, and I always find that kind of weird, man. Because I'm like, that mean that you want me to just be an echo chamber. Like a lot of these chat rooms I've seen, like you can't really like come in nobody live and just like say your perspective because everybody just kind of following a certain type of narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Of maybe the host or whatever the case may be, and then it's like everybody just starts screaming. It don't really make any sense. You know what I mean? So,
Right. Right.
yeah, I can get what you're saying on that. Like,
Yeah,
so
that's
how did that
it.
make you
And you
feel
got to
though? How
walk
did that
on
make you
eggshells
feel?
with that type of situation. When you feel like you limited to what you got to say, and that's one thing I've never been comfortable with. Like if I got to
Right,
watch what I say because a person chooses not to listen to me to try to understand, or they listening to me with their feelings, that's kind of hard to do. Then that mean you got to talk real light and okay, let me not talk about that because they're gonna take offense to that. Let me not
right,
talk about that. Like no, stuff got to get talked about no matter how we look at it. It
right,
got to
right,
get talked
right,
about if you don't like it or not. Because if we
right,
don't talk about everything, then we will never see any type of growth. When kids wouldn't learn from her or anything because we want to settle for every last thing because our feelings is going to get hurt. At the end of the day, we got to
right,
realize it ain't always about our feelings. It's all about the
right,
people that's growing up below us. It's all about, you know what I'm saying? We done lived our life. We made our mistakes. So
right,
we can't
right.
sit here and just cater to grown folks, especially that.
Right.
You know?
Always be wary when people talk about when they got a lot of friends, when they say they got a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Always kind of, I always take that with a grain of salt because, like, I mean, how do you agree with? I not really agree, but I just seen the bigger the crowd, the dumber the crowd. You get what I'm saying? Like to
Yeah.
me, because because now that's too many personalities that you have to adjust to. So somebody got to be being fake. You get what I'm
Yep.
saying? In that crowd, that's too many personalities. It's too many personalities. So like, I just never got like. Well, let me ask you this: when did you start noticing that there was if y'all was cool? Let's say y'all was cool, y'all was vibing on a live, or y'all was doing this type of thing where y'all were agreeing and y'all was gaining some rapport. When did you start to notice this, or was it just all of a sudden
Oh no,
that?
I noticed it a long time ago. I noticed a
Oh,
long
right,
time
you
ago.
just trying to be cool about it.
Yeah, that's like I had to walk on eggshell. As much as I said I didn't want to do
Right.
that, but I could tell like when I kept getting frustrated because I'm like, dang, why I feel like I'm getting police toned on this, or why I
Right.
feel like why I can't say this? What the heck? So that's when I started noticing. But I was letting it slide because like they were supporting me. They supported me
Right.
and all that stuff. We was helping each other out. As long as I'm saying something good to them,
Right.
right? That's why I said everybody got their reason why they hanging with you, right? But until you say
Right.
something wrong, then that's when you see what the real side of it, if they really
Yeah.
support you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they really connect with you or if they mess with you. Because if a
Right.
person mess with you, they gonna mess with you thick and thin. It ain't gonna
Right.
be, oh, you said this about this and I ain't like what you said, so I'm not gonna mess with you anymore.
Right.
That's when you could tell. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's science? What's that deal, man? How you feeling? I ain't seen you in a while. Hold up.
Welcome to the live in Science Bay official. How you feeling, man?
I'm not here to protect your
Oops.
little feelings. Wrong one. Oops. Hobo, what you got, man? Them hands is up. I see you.
They are. But I've decided against the thing that I was gonna say because it was stupid. So we're not gonna do that. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna ask you and Bevo, right? I'm assuming that's how I say your name, Bevo. I've never met you before, but hello. Um, do you ever think that there's things and situations that you maybe should change your opinion on? Like there's a thought that you have or a belief that you have, but
Yeah.
maybe it's flawed in some way and you should hear someone else's opinion on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say for me, I need to, I'm not, but I said in front of people like while we're having a conversation about it, like they're like, well, like let's just speak on this topic, like empathy, like certain empathy. I need to have more empathy for people. Like sometimes I feel like my mindset is just too like raw, and I need to have a certain type of empathy whenever I believe stuff it either is or it's not. You get what I'm saying? Like I need
Right.
to like yeah, it sucks. Yeah, this sucks. This has happened, or you're in this situation. You came from this situation, but like
Uh-huh.
at the end of the day, you still got to like push forward. You get what I'm
Got
saying?
to. You got to.
And I need to be more, I guess, in my delivery sometimes, or then seeing their part. But then like when I do that, I just see that most people just want validation for their feelings. You get what I'm saying? So, but then like
Mm-hmm.
I know that that's a flawed part of I've had the conversation with my friends, my family. I know that's a flawed part of me, but like that's just something like that that I hear people opinions on it, but then I'm pretty kind of set on that. Like, you know what I mean? No matter what happened in your life, yeah, it happened. Stuff happened. I always use this analogy. It's real. I always use this analogy. You tell somebody your real story, your sob story, your victim story in a room, gymnasium full of people, and then somebody you say your sad story, and you say, hey, does anybody have anything sadder than that? It's always gonna be somebody that's gonna be able to trump your sad story about what happened to them and why their life is not what it is, or why they are the way they are. It's gonna be a continuous thing. So I feel like that's a flawed part of me. You know what I mean? And I realize that, but like this just I'm kind of set on that.
Well,
Uh-huh.
can I ask you, and I know this may be too personal, you literally don't have to answer. Again, I just met you 5 seconds ago. But do you do you think that the reason that you feel that way about like needing validation and about not really taking space to heal from things is because you weren't given that space when things happen to you? Like as a man or as a boy, you were told to suck it up and get over it and continue moving on with life?
Yeah. Well, I feel like in the moment I couldn't. I really couldn't. I didn't have the opportunity or the space to. So that's why, and I acknowledge that. Yeah. But then it don't affect me. Like I guess it does affect me if I'm less empathetic to others because I have my own things I had to go through and then grow up where like this is a perfect example. Not to get too personal with me, but like for me, like me and my son, right? So I grew up with a single mother household where I was the oldest of five, and I had to take care of all my brothers while my mama worked a lot of the time. Take care of comb my little sister hair. You get what I'm saying? Like when I turned 16, working, helping my mama with bills, rent. you know, boom, and even after I left the house, you know what I mean? Years after I left the house, you know, I still bore that responsibility. But then I went out and made a way and gave my son a significantly better life. You know what I mean? Then I came up in a situation that's better for him. And to me, he's never had a different relationship, but I've always talked to him and put him on game and say, hey, this is how it's gonna be, this is how it's gonna be. So like his issues to me, it sounds so petty, you know what I mean? And it's hard for me to relate because like I try not to compare me and his life, but like I had it so much more difficult, and then you're talking about something that to me doesn't seem like a big deal. You just got to do it. You feeling sorry for yourself, and you don't really have room to feel sorry. So, like I said, it's hard for me to give him that much empathy. You know, even though I try to understand. You know, that's a flawed part in me. You get what I'm saying? So, like that's a, you know, just to give an example that I face. You get what I'm saying?
I got something else too with that. You was asking him, was he that way because he ain't had it. So, you know another reason why you gotta be that way, right? And that's why I'm gonna make that a topic too, though, because I mentioned this a couple of times. Is because just life itself, right? You life ain't about to show you empathy either. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to toughen it up, or you got to, you know, got to take stuff to the chin because you got to be prepared for this type of world it is. Like that's no different from well, that's like you know how it's. I don't know what I was about to say, but basically, I was just getting to is that you know we can't be light or we can't even get these messages out light or whatever because life is not going to do that to us. You know, we gotta adjust to this world so we can be ready for it. You know, it's like we gotta put our armor on. That's why I tell people we gotta put your armor on sometime to take it on and stuff. But if we getting baby through situations and oh man, nobody never heard me, I didn't get a chance to express myself and all that stuff. We can't count on that situation, man. We gotta. I mean, it's only so long you can express yourself and all that before you start taking action. I mean, you got to take action no matter what. Because if you're sitting there in your misery for the rest of your life, you can't expect life to sit there and help you. It's gonna add straight to it and make it worse. So you gotta. It takes yourself to pick yourself up. You know what I'm saying? So if life not gonna go around the bush or walk on eggshells for you, then you can't expect, you gotta start, you gotta take it to the chin. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take it for what it is, because it's gonna come straight at you no matter how, and it ain't gonna be the way you like it. That's just flat out life. That's how it is. That's what I say. If a person just can't, they can't take on a situation, then that's when you gotta work on yourself. You gotta work on yourself. That's all it is. So you can't expect life to say, "Man, you should be all right. You know, you're gonna be all right." I mean, even though, like, especially for a man don't even get that easy. You know what I'm saying? Life gonna tear us out the frame no matter what. If we don't hold ourselves accountable, the life it's gonna do it for us. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna let us know what we doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I do believe, like, so if we was to say, and that's probably what the difference is, or why it's not understood, or why you had asking that question, right? Is because I think life itself do, and that's what we do. We cater. Men is meant to cater to the women, right? To make sure they are right, they family, and they, you know what I'm saying. That's why as men out here sacrificing themselves, for everybody. You know what I'm saying, to make sure it's a better running type of life, and we're fighting wars and all this stuff. So of course we got to make sure they feelings are straight and all that stuff. But we don't get that chance. You know what I'm saying, because we got to be built that way. We can't be like. So imagine some wimps going to war. You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't feel me right away and all that stuff, man? They'd have been the first quick soldiers up out of here. You know what I'm saying? It just don't work like that.
Yeah,
Gotta be
I
tough.
think being, vulnerable or needing somebody to understand where you are makes you
Yeah,
a wimp or weak, and it's just at times it hits you hard. And
I do.
I think that's the biggest issue with most men is that y'all just stopped being loved on one day, and it's not
Yo,
cool.
mom,
Like
that's what
I
mama's
don't
for.
right, but they stopped doing it at some point, and then y'all just grow up thinking that you just are supposed to always be okay, and you're not supposed to always be okay. It's okay to not be okay sometimes, and you should be able to express that in a
Yeah,
way that is safe and doesn't cause you any type of retaliation. I think that's more of the issue as to why men don't do it, is they think there's gonna be some type of retaliation where it's like somebody's gonna view you different, or it's gonna get talked about, or it's gonna whatever. But I don't think the issue is people being coddled. I think the issue is men not being coddled as well. I think sometimes y'all need to just
What
be loved on and told that it's gonna be okay.
what make you feel that way? Like, what are the actions and signs that they're compressing something? If that's what you're trying to get to, though. And I always tell people, just because you expressing it, don't mean you're not still compressing it too. Some people be expressing it for days and still holding in with their whatever traumas that's within them and stuff. Still never got over it. So so what would be the signs that it seemed like a person not getting loved on or something like this? Do you believe in such thing as tough love too out here? It's tough love too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because sometimes that you gotta do that with some of your children too, especially if you have multiple children. Some of them gotta get loved different type of ways so they can, understand it.
Yeah, I feel like what he was talking about like I did a video a minute ago. It was like I don't feel like there's any really safe space for men. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I don't really feel like I feel like the only safe space for men is amongst other men, and I mean men, not like boys or emotional. I'm talking about men because guess what? You know, it's a certain safe place you have with your woman or your wife or your girl or whatnot or your mother. But then like even then they don't really understand. You get what I'm saying? They don't really understand like another man would. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of times too, it make it harder for men to express themselves because it get used against us. You get what I'm saying? It get thrown when y'all get in y'all emotion. A lot of time when women get in y'all emotion, it could be your mama, it could be your sister, it could be your lady, and then they get in their feeling, they gonna throw something back. Oh, you said that's why da da da, and they not really doing it for. They just doing it out of like that's what their natural reaction is. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you need to heal, you need to boom boom boom. Like okay, now that's why I don't feel comfortable coming to you expressing this because now you just said something to me that like that I confided in you about. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like yeah, it's a safe space for women and girls. Girls. I feel like y'all get kind of cuddled early on, and y'all almost get kind of the blinders or like a delusional glasses pull over your eyes about how the world is. So when y'all get out there in the world and y'all meet some guys that's like, you know what I mean? They're trying to, take advantage of you, or, you get that first job when you get the boss, the creepy boss who like, trying to flirt with you or, put you in a certain situation is like, yeah, because y'all daddy didn't really, maybe they kind of sugarcoated how they raised a daughter, but we want to protect our daughters and color them and this and that and other. We don't give y'all a lot of the rawness of, some dads do, the rawness of how life actually works. You get what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Yeah. So Hobo, let's go back to what you was talking about earlier, right? So you said it's something. You said I feel like I should You said I should apologize about something? Is that OG in the building? How you feeling? Hold up.
OG Sayer is in the building. What's the deal?
What you so? What you was saying? How about what you was?
I'm I'm never gonna tell you that I'm never gonna be the one to say that you should apologize. Would I if I were you? Yes, but I
Oh,
also know what you don't know. So that's why I think you two need to talk because I don't. I know that you don't know what you did, and I know that she does, and so does everybody else that was in the room, and
what
that's why you got the reaction that you got.
you talking about that same day, right? That
Yeah,
I
I
was
think so.
talking about the what it is talking about the abuse thing, right?
Hmm.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna actually test this out now and see if I was wrong, right? If I ain't supposed to apologize about this, right? Because I can't, I won't be able to help somebody how somebody interpret it, right? So you asked me the question, right? You asked me, should oh, you was saying about can a person you was saying should, man, how did the question go? You was saying about a woman staying in an abusive relationship, something like that, right? I forgot how it went.
Vaguely, yeah.
Uh,
But I was saying that sometimes. People are stuck in relationships, and
Yeah, you said stuck. Right, right.
yeah, that's what I said.
So yeah, you right, right. So I'm trying to see where I was wrong at, where I said, and I said I will fight for any or put in another in any woman's situation. In their mind, I'm like that you need to leave through. You got to leave that situation through anything. You know what I'm saying? You should plan on, and especially if it's starting off early. If you in a abusive relationship, you got to find a way to escape it, right? And I said, and my main reason is that, and reason why I would tell somebody that is because even if it's a dangerous situation, if you leave or not, you know, I would take you trying your best to leave that situation that's sitting there getting tortured, right? Because you know, at least you tried. But if you sit there and get and this stuff happen to you for the rest of your life, like it's not healthy for your kids. It's not healthy for yourself or any of that. But you know, I don't see where I went wrong for saying that. All I said was, you know, find a way to escape. But the thing was, I was getting so many excuses behind it. But what if this happened and that happened? And I'm like, no, an abusive relationship is there's nothing good out of that situation. You got to find a way to escape. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying if it's easy or not. I never said that. I said find a way. You know what I'm saying? So I can't see how somebody can interpret what I'm saying because a person want to make an excuse for why they didn't leave it. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, I'm not going to teach my child this. You know what I'm saying? I can see the comments, but not the actual live. What the heck? Yeah, this TikTok been tripping lately, though. That is weird, though. That junkie is weird. Who else can't see me? I know, because I think everybody, they
I
got
can
different
see
type of
you.
internet, so it's weird.
I see.
But not, yeah. But I'm just trying to see. You probably scroll back and come. But I'm trying to see like where did I go wrong and how did that get switched around because I'm telling people to fight to or avoid abusive relationships if they can or try to escape it as early as they can. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't want to because I don't want people keep making excuses for their own lives because I'm telling them try to find your best route out of it and a person but that you know what I'm saying but you only hurting yourself at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You only hurting
That's what you
yourself.
said?
Huh?
I said, that's all you said?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
it's not. It's not. That's what you calm down to, but that's not what you said.
What did I
Okay,
say?
okay.
You said that no one is ever stuck in a relationship, and if you stay, it's your fault. And then we tried to explain to you that like sometimes there isn't a way out at this moment. You were like, "Well, yeah, there is. You're just not trying hard enough."
All
Well,
right,
it
all
wasn't
right.
like how you just put it though. It was I guess after 100 things when I kept trying to say it, it's like they kept and it was you I was going back and forth with on that situation, and then she was the third party that wanted to step in, but it led up to a certain situation after 100 excuses you kept making behind the situation, and I don't even know how you I think you brought that up to that you start talking about abuse, but I was saying about most of the time uh, what was I getting to? It was most of the time, bro, I can't even think of how that. It was so long ago. But my whole point was is that yes, you got to try. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get how they trying to make it. So you saying that's how
No,
what?
that's cool. That's wild. I think that was kind of PG-13 if you ask me. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
his
I don't. But
perspective.
like I said, everybody it takes stuff different ways. But the thing is, they missed the whole entire message because the feelings start getting involved in it. Like I
Yeah,
said, no matter
you were
how I
talking
said
to
it
a
or
group
not,
of
right?
women.
Huh?
You were talking to a group of women who had all been victims of DV,
It
and you
was
were
only
telling
two. It
all
was
of us
only
that it was
one. It
just
was
as
only one.
traumatizing.
It was only one.
Me, Empress, and
Huh?
Reese when she came in. Me, Empress, and Reese. And
Yeah,
we were all
but
trying to explain to you what it's like to actually be in a DV situation, and you were just
yeah,
like not trying to
yeah,
hear
but
us.
you perfectly said it because I was never talking about that. You don't want to bring it up, and then when I speak on it, then you
I
have a problem
think
with it.
the
That don't
love
make
of your
sense.
life could possibly be trapped in a relationship right now, and that you just are waiting on them. Like, as long as you're working on yourself, when they get out of that situation, you'll be ready to meet them. And then you said no one's ever stuck anywhere, and I was like, whoa,
I
that's not
mean,
true. and then it spiraled into where it spiraled.
Yeah, but we was talking about we got choices in certain situations. That's what I was saying. I can't take it how you interpret it, and then like I
Yeah.
said, you knew you was gonna throw a trigger, and it's like you purposely put the trigger in topic up because you know nobody like hearing that, and then you just gonna throw that in there. When my whole purpose of saying that we got, we got choices in our life, we got decisions in our life, and we not stuck in whatever situation it is. I wasn't even personally just attacking that only. You just threw that one in there, so. It's my bad because somebody want to step in on the wrong part and want to make the situation fit how they want it to fit. But my whole point is that all of us have a choice to try to get out of situations if we can, the best way we can. Because like I said, I'm not playing this. I had no choice. I'm gonna do this or something like that. No, all of us have choices. We do.
And Hobo,
You chose, huh?
it's a video. I was going to do it earlier, but it was I saved the link, but Hobo, for us as
Thank you.
men, we try to limit stuff through our logic. So when somebody say they stuck to us, mean like, did he put you in a cage? Did he lock you in some room, or like, you know what I mean? Or you going to work every day, there's a normal relationship, and then now you're saying you're stuck. Like we route stuff through our logic. And let me give you just an example, because I know that's a sensitive subject, but it's a perfect example of how women do this. It was this video of this guy, you know how like they go around interviewing people. He asked these women, he say, would you rather have your own man who says no 45% of the time, or a married man who always says yes? So do you know, like, all but like one woman said that most of the women said they would pick the married man versus having their own man, because they didn't even logically, they got triggered by the word
I think I
no.
seen that video.
They got triggered by the word no instead of like yes. So they pretty much threw their morals out the way as far as being with a married man. They threw their morals out the way in that way. And then also they didn't even think about the statistical part of what he said. He said 45% no. He's still saying yes more than he saying no. But all these women say, oh, the married man, I can't stand no, because they routed it.
Right.
You guys routed through your emotions first. You get what I'm saying? So when we hear something
Mm-hmm.
like stuck, or we couldn't leave a relationship, we like, okay, did he put you in a basement? Did he put you in like behind some chains or something like that? Like, or you were like going to work every day and maneuvering. Yes, we understand we're not basic, but we understand like, yeah, it can feel like a trap. You can feel like you bonded to this man. You can feel like it's no way out, but like to actually say he's stuck, or like I had no way out, like unless he had you like, behind in the basement somewhere with
The
chains
chain
on
or
the
something,
door.
right?
On the door, that's what it means to us. So then when
Exactly. And you
we
going
get
back home to
expressive,
that same person.
yeah, we get expressive like that. We like, I'm sure, because I went down and hear the conversation, but I'm pretty sure bro was like, what do you mean, like stuck? Like, what do you? All he's saying is like, what does that mean? And he's just trying to route it through his logic.
Exactly. But
That
this
was
the
the
thing.
case,
This
then,
the
like, you
thing
could
though.
have asked. And
Huh?
and me specifically, I would have told you, because I have been stuck. I would have told you what my experience was and what it was like for me. But you never asked.
Why would I have to ask that when you asked me a question? You asked me a question. You said how I felt, and I told you how I felt. It's not my fault because somebody gonna take offense to that. That's you. That's you. Got to hold yourself accountable for even. How you gonna ask me a
It
question
wasn't a
that's triggering
question.
to
I
you,
didn't
and
ask
you
the
don't like my
question.
answer?
I said that the love of your life may be stuck in a relationship with a toxic person, and when they get out of that, as long as you're working on yourself, you two will meet, and that'll be that. But that could be where your person is. That wasn't a question, Kev.
Statement or not, you still put it out in the air, and I answered it, or I disagreed with it. That's all it was. But you put it in the air, and I talked about it. So no matter how you want to put it, you put out a triggering topic, and it was like a setup for your own self. You know what I'm saying, or for the rest of them. That was
I don't
y'all
think
that
it's
you set
triggering.
that up
I
for
thought that
everybody
it was
else.
a positive
Because I'm gonna
thing. I
speak on
thought
what
it
I'm gonna
was a
speak on, huh?
beautiful outlook on life. I thought it was a beautiful outlook on life to have. I did not in any way think that that was going to be triggering to anybody, because it's saying that the love of your life is still out there and you're still going to find them. I don't get how you think that was a setup to trigger somebody.
No, I'm just saying to talk about DV when you know everybody get triggered by DV, right? And everybody's not going to take everybody answer right. Like I said, it's people that's just in life that's set up with the victim mentality. No matter if we want to own up to it or not, because a person don't want to hear they had choice. A person don't they want to hear that I had no choice. I had to do this. I had to do that. Or I had, you know what I'm saying? People love to hear that. That's called a victim mentality because like we, and they don't know what accountability is either. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, if a person that's like that, and that's the only reason why I say I can't really, I don't want to say I can't get along with people that's victim mentality and stuff. Because like when I'm on my path of growth, I ain't got time for excuses. You know what I'm saying? It's either we gonna move up or we gonna move up. You know what I'm saying? We gonna move up or we gonna try or something, right? I can't if I got excuses or dang, but what about if this happened or something like that? It ain't nothing. It ain't all about the what about this? What about that? No, let's just do it. We talking more than action putting out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to. The whole point of what everything I'm saying is just I'm trying to get and make sure if us adults didn't do this stuff, at least the kids and everybody else can be able to do it. At least the kids know how to avoid a DV situation. At least I mean that's the whole point. Everybody keep thinking about their own personal feelings and all this stuff, rather than let's make sure we teach our kids not to go through the same thing. Let's let our kids know that you can get out this situation. You don't have to be getting stuck and tortured or any of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we got to put our own little personal feelings out the way so our kids don't go through the same thing. We did what we did. We did our dirt. We done made our wrong choices in life. So it's us to learn from it and teach the next people. You know what I'm saying? It's not always all about us. It's not. And I would never tell my child or anybody or any other kid that, hey, no, if you in there, there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to let it happen. I would never do that.
Yeah, and I think that this is kind of where things went left last time because that seems to be what you're hearing. What you hear is you just have to stay in a DV situation, and that's not what anyone is saying. We're just saying that sometimes you can't leave, and you're just there for right now.
And
No
I
one
asked
said
why you
you're gonna try
can't.
to leave.
Nobody never answered that either. I said, why can't you? And
You just physically can't leave. Like I don't know what you mean by that. Like if you can't
it
leave, you
should
can't
be
leave.
it should be a detail because you can't explain this to another person that you just can't. It got to be some type of detailing because people got to understand what to not go through. They got to understand what to watch out for. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
that
You
comes
just
in
can't
the
leave a
beginning.
cliffhanger,
That comes in
huh?
the beginning. That's our whole thing is you can't just you're not stopping people from going through DV by saying, "Hey, just leave," because obviously
Not
everybody
say
wants to the DV situation.
what did you
It's
do to
how you
leave?
get
What
there
about
in the
that?
first place.
What did you do to leave? Tell in
A
detail.
lot.
Give many of ways. You can't just say that I'm stuck and don't know what to do about it until life just life. It's something like I'm pretty sure, and it's some people that don't have the victim mentality that can actually tell us what they did so they can avoid going through that situation. They could tell us the signs. They could tell us, you know, it might have been hard, but hey, you got to try it this way because anything beats just sitting here going through this. I'm pretty sure it's something, but even though you might not know the answer because it seems like you don't know the answer, but even
You
though it's
literally
somebody that can give it, it's somebody that can say it and they can avoid another person to going through the same exact thing. It's okay to say that you don't got the answer. That's all. I mean, it's okay to
you're
say
not
that. I mean,
letting me talk. You're literally every time I open my mouth, you jump in and say something and then say that I'm unqualified to speak on my own life
you
experience.
just said that you didn't know. What the heck? I never said that.
No,
You just said I don't know. I
never
can't
said that.
explain it. You know this recording. You literally said you ain't know.
I said I don't know. I don't know how you could be stuck.
You don't know how you can be stuck.
Is that you're saying that that's what I said?
I don't know. Whatever.
Well, I think they when they hear that, you know, I'm just trying to be open minded. Like I said, trying to be open minded to understanding. Maybe what it sounds like, you know, like if somebody like addicted to drugs or like alcohol or whatever, and you say, hey man, why don't you just stop doing drugs? You know what I mean? Why don't you just stop drinking alcohol? And they're like, what do you mean? Why? What do you mean? What do you mean that I could just stop? If I could stop, I could stop. You get what I'm saying? If I could stop doing drugs, then I would stop. You know? And it's like that same type of. It seems like that same type of emotional response because it seems so easy to say, you know, well, stop doing drugs. Then for that person, it's more complex than that. So that's why they probably respond like that, but it don't take the simplicity out of what the other person said about stop doing drugs, because that's true.
Right. And I don't even think I put it that broad. I literally say you got to figure a way. I don't just tell somebody, no, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
ask, what are you doing? You got to figure a way out. That's with anything. You just got to figure it out. I might not know the answer to do it, but it's some way you can figure it out. I'm just telling them that you don't have to be stuck in that situation. That was my whole point out the situation. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole point of that topic. I'm saying you do have a choice, but you got to just figure it out. You're not stuck in anything in life. You don't have to be stuck at this little poor job you at. You ain't stuck at the type of way you living. You're not stuck in none of that stuff. You know, from that point, you could choose and you could develop something to get out of any situation. You just got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? If you got that mentality that I can't do nothing, then you're going to stick with that. I can't, you know?
And my thing too is like, I don't know if this particular situation is the reason why, you guys fell out.
What just happened? I rubbed my eyeball. What just happened? This phone didn't shut off or something? Dropped me off. Oh, what the heck? That was weird. Yeah,
Yeah, my
I
bad.
really.
Yeah, I want to ask Miss Hobo, why is that so triggering? If you can explain that, 'cause like you said, you can't really explain why you felt stuck. Why is that triggering when somebody says, or were you really stuck, or like responding that way? Like, can you kind of explain that portion?
It's triggering because it's trauma, and it's somebody looking you in your face and saying, "Oh, well, your trauma isn't. I don't believe it." And like, not everybody is in a place to relive that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, the day that I met my abuser, I hung out with him, and that night, within 3 hours of meeting him, I had a pew pew pulled on me, pointed at my face, and someone had to knock it out of his hand. And I was told that I was not leaving, and I was never left alone after that. I was never in a room by myself. I was never in a house by myself. I was never in close proximity to anything that could remove me from the situation. I couldn't just like go. It wasn't an option.
Well,
Until it was.
how did you eventually get out?
Right, how did you? That's the whole point, right? How did you get out? That's what I'm getting to.
The same way most girls do. You spend years building a bond of trust, and you convince them that you're not gonna leave, and that you want to marry them, and you want to have their babies, and blah blah blah, whatever. Until one day there's a window of opportunity, and you take it.
And that's all I ever asked for, right there. But I couldn't get that answer, right?
Yeah.
So that means you found a way to get out.
Right.
That's
But
what
I was
kept getting
still stuck.
overlooked. That
I
kept
was
getting
still
overlooked. What I
stuck.
was saying, huh?
But I was still stuck.
But are you still
Until
stuck
I
now? That's the
wasn't.
same thing you did before. But I'm asking, were you
un-
stuck now? Would you is you stuck
Until
now?
I wasn't, I was. And like you negate the whole previous of that.
That's look. I don't know how to explain this, but that is not my whole point. That's not the whole point of that. Is I'm telling. I don't know how this getting overlooked. This is so it's hard, bro. But I'm just saying that situation that you made it safe. I'm not talking about what you went through. I could talk about, I got beat up and all this stuff or whatever, but I'm looking at it through the positive lens and not trying to stick with the negative stuff and say that I found a way to escape. I could thank God. I don't even know if you believe in God, but I could thank that God that I made it through that situation because it could have been worse. I'm glad, and I know what to watch out for, the type of people to watch out for. I know the signs. I know all that stuff. This is getting asked for a reason so it can prevent another person from going through the same exact thing rather than putting your own personal situation in this thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not always all about us all the time. It's about helping each other and find a resolution so the next person don't go through the same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a lot too myself.
Disagree with all
Everybody
the help
has
that I
been
try
through a
to
lot. Huh?
give. Y'all disagree with all the help that I try to give. I'm just disagreeable and I'm not whatever. No, the biggest red flag that I got was him telling me not to wear shorts. So yeah, that's what I tell women to look out for. If there's a man who's trying to control how you dress, he's probably gonna abuse you one day. And like I get shit
That
for
ain't
that. So
true.
like exactly. Everybody's got different perspectives because of what we've been through. So we're all just trying to give the best advice that we can.
That can't be the only sign because there's too many people that do that. Because a man that let you allow you to do anything can do the same exact thing. So that I mean, I'm pretty sure we can hear another story from that. It would have, but I guess if that's how you looked at it, I guess, um, but like even with that, right? So, and that's what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, and that's why I'm me myself. I'm kind of. That's why I say I'm either for people or I'm not for people at the end of the day or whatever. Um, say because like even with that, just because it took one
Right,
disagreement or a
right, right.
misunderstanding, or because I don't understand the
Yeah,
same way, that's what make your
right.
friendship just separate. And that's why I say that's how you can tell who really kick it with you
Hmm.
or not. Because if it take that one thing, because I was saying everything good
Right.
until that come, and then all of a sudden I'm not your
Yeah.
friend
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
What?
Which
Yeah,
I think if I do appreciate I do commend you especially because you felt like you were kind of like you were offended by that especially from your past, so it does show that you have a lot of grace to even come back in here and check in with them and then get on the live and then still kind of talk it out. We just have to give grace on both sides because like her experience is still her experience, and then like in
yeah,
her mind she may have felt stuck. So when somebody say you wasn't stuck, that is triggering. But at the same
I
time,
get you.
he didn't know what does that mean? What does that mean? Now you just gave some more information about a firearm being pulled and about somebody
Yeah, it makes sense.
tagging you along and almost holding you captive. That's a whole nother side of insight
That's a
because he
whole
didn't
nother
even know.
thing, right?
He didn't even know before he's saying it. So then, like that's why we have to kind of,
We get
hear people out and then like not get too offended. Because sometimes we can get too offended. People can get too offended and then not even hear what the person trying to just understand. To hey,
exactly.
he's just. I'm just trying to understand, and then that person feel like, well, you're not trying to understand me because you said that. Well, it already came out. Help enlighten me. Please enlighten
Hmm.
me to your perspective and your side. And then, just hearing that now, because I was on the same, like, hey, did they put you behind bars? But now when you say
Right.
put a firearm and then, hey, come and tag along with me, I'm not letting you out of my sight. So in your mind, you feel stuck. Psychologically, you feel stuck. You know what I'm saying? Or you feel like something going to
Right.
happen. Then when somebody says something like you wasn't stuck, that's very triggering. But that's what go back to what he's saying. Like, hey, let's have understanding. Let's talk about this and not just say have a victim mentality. So somebody come by on a live and they hear this, they can say, okay, how did you? Hey, I actually studied him. I built trust. Like a lot of time with people
Exactly.
with people who are captive, they build trust with their captives in order to find a way out. So like that's an enlightening thing that you said. Like build trust
Exactly.
with them. Now people that may be in that situation, they can actually take that. And then now it don't have to be focused on y'all just going back and forth because he said something that was triggering that he may not already understood.
Right. Exactly.
No, I
It's all
agree.
about, and that's where emotional intelligence kick in. At you know what I'm saying. But a lot of people they so fixed on just their personal feelings, they not trying to hear another person. All they hear, they don't understand that another person might not understand or something like that. And then just like you said, that's all it took. Even with that day, it took that simple little thing, but they got triggered before I even got to the part because I said that don't sound right to me. But now she's saying about what went down and how she got out of it. That's all the answer I was really looking for the whole entire time. But when your feelings get involved, right, because of what's being said, and you don't say it and don't understand that everybody don't understand the same way you understand, then you know what I'm saying, then we can get somewhere. That's all it is.
Right, Kev, but that's with me. You know what I mean? I was able to give you grace because I could tell by the way you were
Exactly.
talking that like that wasn't something that you were like super well versed on. You know what I mean? I know that you didn't know Empress's situation. I know that you didn't know mine, and I know that you didn't know Reese's. So I know that you didn't know that you were triggering people in the room. But
Yes.
I'm also further removed from mine. So I can sit back and say, okay, well that was hard for me. I understood why they took a break from social media entirely.
Right.
I don't like towards the end, you got to talking on Empress's exact situation of what she went through. And I know that that had to be hard for her. But I would love for the two of you to talk, but like I said, it's not my place to tell her story. It's not my place to tell you guys that you guys have to hash it out. But at the end of the day,
Oh,
that's something that I can do, and that may not be something that she's ready for to put
yeah,
herself in.
and it's okay. It's really okay. Like I ain't got nothing. Like I said, I got nothing against the situation. But like I said, everybody ain't for everybody. I'm gonna put it that way. We
Yeah.
can't force the situation because, like I said, I can't go back to trying to walk on eggshells
Right.
and limit what I say because people take things personal. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is everything I speak on is for a general. You know what I'm saying? But when a person want to take things personal, we're not gonna never get a message across. We
Right.
gotta speak for everybody, not just for ourselves. Because that gets to the thing like, how you gonna tell me how I feel? But I'm not. I wasn't never the whole. Even with that, what you was just talking about, it was never when we was talking about that. It was never meant for a personal type situation and to put
Mm-hmm.
yourself in it. It was to add. I was asking you to give me something so I can help other people. But everybody, like when people take things personal, that's kind of hard to get a message across, and that's not how I am. I'm not about to. I can't
Right.
stoop down and watch everybody because I'm going to trigger them.
Mm-hmm.
That's like at the end of the day, I'm not the live for you. You got to wait till you get yourself together to where you can be able to hear me again. You know what I'm saying? Because if you realize what I'm saying, a lot of stuff I'm saying is not to personally hurt you. It's just to help all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And I can relate to him. I don't know if you was in here earlier, Hobo, but I can relate to him what he's saying because, like, it's just like if somebody who volunteer and do good charity work and this and that and other, and you can just tell like they have a rapport with somebody or they have then like we feel because I've been in a similar situation, not really here online, but like in real, like in people that I know in my family, like all the good stuff I did, and then like if I said something that maybe that I wasn't, I'm just speaking from my heart. You get what I'm saying? I'm just speaking of what I think about something, and now you take that, and then it pretty much erodes everything in our rapport with one another, and then now we feel kind of slighted because it's like, what did you think about me before? Like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
But yeah, I understand. Like, did you think that this was my character? Because maybe I misspoke or maybe I said something that I wasn't very well versed on, or you thought I was trying to intentionally hurt you. Do you really see me as that person to try to? You've been vibing with me, however long you've been knowing me. You think that I'm that type of person to say that type of stuff? So then we feel a certain type of way, like man, like yeah, both people are hurt. You get what I'm saying? Both people are hurt in a sense. Like, come on, like, like I've been in that situation. I'm going through that with my family members and stuff, and I didn't actually help them and move people into my house and looked out for them, and then whenever a situation happened, and then they only want to talk about what I said or what I did, and they don't just take the whole picture. They just mad at that,
Mm-hmm.
and now they erase everything when I didn't also gave them some grace, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe some stuff that I didn't agree with. You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna try to
Mm-hmm.
erase everything because of this one thing. Now you don't want to
Right.
mess with me. Well, we must not really been cool for real.
It's exactly what I'm getting to. Like, dog, what were we really friends for if it take one thing for us to separate? Well, you really like you only liked me because of everything I was saying out my mouth sounded good, and then as soon as I
So,
say something that don't resonate with you, now you don't want to be my friend no more. Like, what type of fake stuff is that? At the end of the
okay, so
day, friends
that's
or
something that
families, they stick with each other through thick and thin, no matter if we agree or disagree on something, right? It ain't about just because you hurt my feelings one time, now I'm not going to be your friend anymore. That's not a real friend. Like, even my real friends in real life, we done hurt each other plenty of times. But we stick because we already know what our mission is at the end of the day. There ain't no part-time thing. Oh, you hurt my feelings. No more, no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe you don't agree the same way I agree. And that's why a lot of them rooms gonna kind of break down because like you could trauma bond all you want, but say something that they don't like with one another, they gonna split apart quick.
Mm.
They will. They gonna break down themselves. That's why I don't be worried about them type of panda rooms and all
Mm-hmm.
this stuff because they only care about their feelings at the end of the day. As soon as their own personal feelings
Right.
get hurt, we not
But
friends
I
anymore.
already
None
tell
of
you
them
this
gonna be
sister not
friends.
like
But
this. I already tell that this sister she felt the same, but she got enough to come up here and talk to you, and then even though she still felt the way she feel, she wouldn't have an
yeah,
engagement with you. So I don't think I don't think the brother talking about you in specifically, but
no, that
then
ain't her no, because
yeah,
she came back
yeah, she
around. She
sounded
already know how I am.
I
She
know.
know I am, and
But
she already know I ain't trying to make anything personal.
but Kev, please understand that I'm not saying this to you disrespectfully, but I am gonna low key hold you accountable to a certain degree. Okay, during that time, right? You had gotten, if I remember correctly, you had gotten bananaed twice. Right, you remember that? You had like a short little like four. It was like a 4 day one the first time, and then it was a 7 day one the second time. When you came back from those, you were completely different.
What?
You came back since, but your vibe was different. You were a lot more like, I must say whatever I want if it happened. And like after that was when that whole situation happened. So it was kind of like it was it felt like a low gradual build up to a fuck you to some of the other people who had been there rocking with you for a while, because we were just kind of like, well, what the fuck is happening to Kev? Why is he switching up like this? I understood, and I figured that you'd go back, and you did.
No,
So I'm
that's
cool.
because they didn't understand me, right? That's all it was, and that's why I was saying a lot of people think they know me, but they really don't know me for real. It's only because they, they only stuck up the topics I was speaking on. But then I realized that I got to be able to speak about everything. I couldn't limit myself of what I spoke on because everything got to get talked about. But it's a certain way you got to deliver certain things, even if somebody don't like it or not. And if I feel like things is a problem in our life, I got to speak on it. That's all it was. But it's just I have this will make the difference though, because I was walking on eggshells when I come to certain groups of people. Yes, I did have to tone out a certain thing, but then it wasn't comfortable with me. So I'm like, dang, I can't say that because I noticed like when I mentioned like, especially I was talking about if it was a man. One day we talk about man and woman or something like that. From my interpretations on it, and then why you talking about that? You got to blame that side too. I'm like, bro. So I felt like I had to limit myself on that, so I can't talk about that now. Or if I talk about this, I gotta limit myself on this. I'm like, so if I find myself in a place, and that's why eventually this, and once my friends start knocking off and all that stuff or whatever, I get to express myself the way I want to instead of how people kind of control me to because of their feelings. So my thing is, if a person understand me, or if they really want to rock with me, they gonna try to figure out what I mean at the end of the day. They gonna know that my intentions is not evil intentions or bad intentions. It's just that a lot of stuff just gotta get talked about, no matter if we personally take it or not. That's all it is. So
And
I
then
just stopped limiting
also,
myself. I have.
also, brother, and because we talked about that too, like I guess to put a little bit more accountability, which you already taking accountability, but to put a little more accountability on yourself, you did mention that you felt like you was walking on eggshells, and then when you do that, then the people start getting used to that version. They
Hmm.
think they know you. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's not. It's
Hmm.
like you're trying to give them grace and like, okay, I'm trying to be in the middle so people are satisfied. But then you kind of withhold it more and more. Like the more and more you do it, the more and more you hold back yourself. Situation like maybe you're live or something like that, or you've been in these certain type of circles and that you can't really say what you want to say. You
Right.
really were passionate about it, and it build up, and then now you just let it off, and then now they're like, who is you? Who are you? Who are
Right. I
you?
get
You're a
it.
different person. You
I
know what I'm
get it.
saying? You are a different person. So I've been in that situation. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? That's why I try to just like, all right, I'm just gonna be who I am.
Exactly.
Initially, then they not gonna they either gonna, like you said, they either gonna rock with you or they not gonna
Or
rock with
not.
you. And then now it don't
Exactly.
have to be a falling out because you already presented yourself. You're not trying to fit into what their circle is. Not like
Hmm.
you being fake. It's not being fake. It's just like you're trying to be respectable. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
you in these rooms and in these circles or whatever, you trying to be respectable to what they saying. Then now you just like the more and more you do it, you holding back yourself. You like, hold on,
Right.
man. You know what I'm saying? I can't say
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. And actually, look, I do feel it. So maybe in their eyes, I have probably changed, right? I might have. You could say that then. Now I think about it, you could say that though, because when I first started doing my lives, right, I was very scared to not hurt nobody's feelings. You know what I'm saying? I was very scared, and I was like, you know what? I got to make sure I'm fair. Make sure that if I talk about this, I don't want to make sure I don't step on no toes or nothing. But then the more I kept doing on this, it started frustrating me. It started hurting me, and I'm like, dog, I know it's some messages I gotta get out, and I gotta be able to speak my mind, but I just can't do it because I want to have friends so bad. At that time, because I had supporters and all that stuff, I don't want to lose my supporters. I don't want to lose my friends because they're not going to like me anymore. Because if I talk about this, so that's when the more I kept doing this, I'm like, you know what? it's in my spirit, and I got to get this out, man. I got to, and even if it hurt feelings, I got to get it out because my feelings have got hurt before by checking my own self. I'm like, what the heck? I have an attitude problem? Yes, I do. I had to own to it. What the heck? I'm an ego. Oh, let me check it too. You know what I'm saying? But it do hurt. That junk do hurt checking yourself. But once you got that out the way, then life start cruising a little bit more easier once you able to check yourself. But a lot of people, and that was, I think I mentioned that, was that yesterday or the day before, or it might have been this morning or something like that. And I was like, the thing is, a lot of people is so good at checking other people, they don't know how to check themselves. They got a problem with checking themselves, and they scared to do it. That's what the problem is. And when somebody else do it because they never did it to themselves, then that's when they feel like that person is going against them. Like, who is you? Who is you to tell me about this? You know what I'm saying? I would have been you, but if you would have put your own self in check, then you'd be able to know. But this is foreign language to you right now. You know what I'm saying? It's foreign language because you never did it for yourself.
That's why I say I check myself so much in my mind that nobody can, like, when you check me, I can be like, man, you right. Man, you know what? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, nah, I'm tripping. Like I told you initially, like how I was talking about, me lacking empathy. Like I'm so hard, like I'm so in tune with myself to, like, man, I'm harder on myself than anybody can ever be. So even if somebody say something, it don't even really feel like an insult. It don't feel like somebody checking. Like, I actually think about it and take it in. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm hard on myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I can already tell, bro. I know I relate to you in this, in so many different ways because this happens all the time, man. And this is how men, especially a lot of black men, man, like a lot of us, like, we're strong, but we try to be a little compassionate, and then, like, we misunderstood. You misunderstood. You misunderstood. You know what I mean? You know your heart. So the reason why he probably got so offended because he like, bro, I'm not like that. I'm not like I'm like inconsiderate of DV or whatever the situation was. Like, no, I'm most definitely against that. I'm definitely think anybody that does that is a coward. Like, so why would you think that I'm being inconsiderate? But it's just your passion coming off and you being misunderstood, man. That junk do bother you. That junk messed up. And that's why brothers go into the corner and go into their cave and just go cook in the lab by themselves.
Exactly. That's facts. That's facts, man. That's facts.
But no, I get it. And I appreciate you like opening up because I didn't know that you were feeling that way beforehand, right? I didn't know that you were feeling like you were walking on eggshells. And that explains like everything as to why, you reacted in the way that you did, where you were like, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck and I don't give a shit who takes it because you had been holding that back. You know what I mean? You had been holding in. And so now you was just opening the floodgates being like, fuck, that makes sense. I still hate that it happened the way that it did.
Yeah.
Because you two, as far as I'm concerned, since I had been in your lives, she had been there since the beginning for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I mean, I
But
still think you
look
have
at
a
it this
Gabe
way.
any day of the week because I'm very glad that I have not seen him back. I'm just gonna say that as a blanket
Who
statement.
that?
Gabe.
Oh boy. Actually, it's funny because I met you through him. That's what's so funny. I think that was like, yeah, he was your friend, and then I ended up seeing you, and I added you and all that stuff, and then that's when I met Midnight later down the line and stuff. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you right. Um, but this is what I'm about to say. The thing is, I never unfriend them. I'm the type that let people try to unfriend me and stuff. But the thing is, me being a real friend because I know that she's not both of them. I know they not, they can't take my lies like that. So I got to let them because I can't force a situation. Like we can be as friends all we want, but I know that a lot of people just can't take um they can't take certain stuff until they be able to, be able to toughen up their. I don't know how to put it though, but it's just like even if we want to make that's like okay, this like love in general, right? You can love somebody all you want, but that don't mean y'all meant to be with each other. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like stretching stuff along and making stuff trying to work and all this stuff, but if y'all don't see eye to eye, it just don't work like that. Y'all can love each other from a distance, but that don't mean y'all compatible. You know what I'm saying? So just because you love somebody, that don't mean y'all belong with each other. And that's why I try to tell people a lot of times. That's something I had to learn when I was, in my situation from a while ago. Like, dang, I love them so much and all that stuff. I don't, but then again, they wasn't good for my health at the same exact time. So it's like sometimes you gotta love from a distance or whatever. So, and I'm full aware that I could be friends with a lot of people, but a lot of people, when you gotta when you can't really talk how you want to talk, then that's not meant for them. They gotta. It's just certain people that's just built like this on this earth in general. You know what I'm saying? It's just people that's like that.
I think most
Only
friendships
people
are
I
like
really
that.
probably be life for would be like my mother or something like that. But then
Yeah.
they still here now. My mama, I be half light and half not on her. My dad, same thing. The same way I'm off online here, I do the same thing to them because I love them so much that I can't let them fall down that same little. I can't let them come with excuses. I got to be hard on them. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can better their life. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do out of love. Like even
Hmm.
I don't know because I know you said you ain't religious or something like that, but even Jesus and all them, he wasn't light on nobody. He told it how it is. If you was a whore, you was a whore. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't him calling you no name. If you was a drunk, you was a drunk. If you was this, then he ain't care about nobody feeling. He told it what it was. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't him trying to offend them. That he just called it. He was just straightforward. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep. I think most relationships, most friendships are built like that. Like, kind of like a social media thing, online thing. It
Yeah.
most definitely happened the same way in real life. And then what happens is one or more parties build up a resentment because like they feel
Yeah.
like they can't be themselves, or they feel like that other person is not allowing them grace or giving them opportunities like they've given them, and let them make mistakes. So one of both
Hmm.
parties start to grow to resentment, and then it's never about what happened that blew up the friendship or that caused a break in a relationship. It's always about what built up to that in the background
Right.
premise to that. And then, when you ask people like, oh, wait, but y'all ain't cool no more, man, he did this or he did that. It's like, you like, bro, I thought y'all were cool. Y'all was just, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. But it's never really that. That's just that was the climax. That was the final scene. You get what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
a whole plot led up to this point,
Right.
to cause it to go array. But I believe most friendships like that. A lot of relationships here like that.
I made a topic about that. Like literally, people come and go for a reason. They come and go for a reason. Like even if we was to never link up again, all of us we played our part. You know what I'm saying? We played our part. We planted our seeds with each other. We impacted each other. We was something either to learn from, grow from, or adapt with. You know what I'm saying? So everything happened for a reason. I don't regret anything. It was bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? This connection was bound to either stay or to get let go. You know what I'm saying? Because as people grow, that's just like when you grow. It's like you was talking about with the friends. Resource Queen, what's up? I ain't seen you in the hundred. What's up? Nobody, let me get you real quick. Welcome to the live. Oh dang, what the heck? I have my regular voice. I'm scared now.
Oh, let me try it one more time again. Resource Queen in the building. Welcome to the live. How you feeling, man? Long time. Long time.
Yeah. My bad, y'all. Got caught. But anyway, go ahead. What's up, man? Uh, what's up? Hobo, I see you.
But I was just talking to hubby a second ago, and
Mhm.
I told him that I think that one of the biggest reasons why I rocked with you during that was because you rocked with me during my big fallout. You
Mm.
gave me the grace to hear me out and be like, wait a minute, what did she mean? What was really going on over there? And so I
Mhm.
gave you that same grace. And in
Oh,
that vein, I did lose a lot of friends out of that group. But
everybody losing friends with me. They like, what
oh my
Kev? That
bro.
guy? He's like, nah.
But I wanted to like, okay,
Wait,
I was
what was
gonna
that? I'm trying to
because
see what
it wasn't
happened.
just you. It wasn't just the you thing. Like I was already starting to see some things from a couple of the people in that group that I did not like personally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They can do whatever they want to do with
Yeah.
their life. I don't care. But like for me, I ain't like it. So we've all just kind of taken a whole bunch of steps back.
Dog, all of us. I learned. I see a lot of people like that. We all remember all of us was in like one big old group. I see that even split. Like they split with the split with the split. I'm like, wow. But it was going to eventually. I'm trying to see. You said what was that day? You said I took up for you or something like that. So I be
Yeah,
trying to take up for everybody. When I feel like wrong is wrong and right is right, that's what I do. But I don't remember.
that's you and Mooney.
Oh yeah, that boy. But yeah, I do remember that now. Yeah, they was trying to get you. No, it was getting bad that they was about to get Empress to unfollow you and all that stuff. I was like, nah, she ain't. Nah, she was doing. I had to take her. I'm like, nah, she ain't do all that, man. Dog. It's just that girl. She pop. Look, even with her, like I said, I still even with her. I still because I'm a forgivable guy, man. I'm very forgivable, man. I've been learning that, and I've learned their portraits of it. Which I'm gonna be talking about that next weekend. Love, forgiveness and grudges and stuff. I talk about that a lot because a lot of people have problems with it, and I did too, and I still do to this day, and I'm still working on it though. And I don't think right now I don't think I got no ties to anything because I've been so focused on trying to better my life and stuff. So, like, even with her, right, the girl, the Mooney girl, and all that stuff, and I know how problematic she be and how influenced she is with a lot of people, and a lot of chicks do fall for her because she got a powerful mouthpiece. She can talk to your, I'm gonna say she can talk to your feelings. That's why a lot of girls love her. So, I even at first I wasn't gonna be her. I wasn't about to be her friend and all that stuff, blocked her and all that stuff. But eventually she came to my life. So the thing is, I don't be trying to fall out with nobody. I try to stay neutral and stuff. I look at it that whatever rhetoric, what they be calling this stuff they got out, not rhetoric that people put out. I'm gonna say, you know, you're not doing it in my room. We can be cool and all that. I mean, you can follow me and all this stuff, but you're not gonna do that in my room. So, because if I got the ability to try to help everybody out, I won't try. You know what I'm saying? It's just don't keep them same or spit that same stuff you spit out in other rooms and try to put it in here because I'm gonna cut that off. Or don't try to come with this unemotional control and calling people out their name because you get your feelings hurt. That's not happening in this room either. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why the way I gotta control my life so everybody can be heard. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like expressing themselves so bad and stuff like, oh, you hurt my face, you a mother, you know what I'm saying? Going berserk. You know what I'm saying? Can you do me a favor? What's the deal? She did it in all caps. That scared me. Just
Right?
yelled up in this boy. What the heck? It must be something serious. She done- the heck? She done-
Black people about to ask for something. Can you do me a favor? Hold on,
Right,
wait a
that
minute.
scared me, man, for a minute. I'm like, what
You
she
be
about to
wanting
ask for
this.
some she ain't you got resources. I gotta ask you for some money. What the
Yeah. You be wanting to say yeah right off the rip because they cool, but then you be like, hold on, wait a minute, what is it? Like, hold on, I
That
don't
used
want
to
you to
be a
say
red flag to me when a chick
yeah.
asked me, can you do me a favor as soon as I see that in my inbox block?
My light bill due, and I don't get paid until Friday.
I don't get right. Exactly. That's an automatic red flag to me when I see that. Did she
My
put it in
cell phone
all
been getting get
caps?
set off, and it's due today. It's due midnight. It's always at the
Subscribe.
last
That's
minute
all
too.
I
Like,
need. Just to subscribe. You talking about on what? On YouTube? Or on here? You talking about YouTube? Come up in the box. Which one you
and
talking
look,
about? You said yes. I said two of them.
listen to y'all, man. Listen to y'all. I didn't know it was this whole underworld of lives. Like, I just create me. I have like a meme page, like an edit page. I make funny videos and sometimes I speak on certain different type of stuff. You know what I mean? I don't go
Yeah.
live a lot. I may hop in, like I scroll in there, like I like the topic. I might hop in and say something, but I didn't know it was this whole underworld. And that explains a lot. Where like, if you go on the panel and then like you want to say something, like people start just attacking, you be like, God, hold on, wait a minute. It's like y'all working together. I ain't know it was like clicks. I ain't know it was
Oops.
clicks.
Yeah.
They
Y'all got
ready to
gangs
jump
on
and pounce.
TikTok.
No, it's bad. And like I feel bad because when you first come into it, you're so innocent and unexpected. And you just trying to like share your opinion. And these people are not. They are sharks looking for
Nope.
fresh in the water.
I learned from that. I learned.
Hi,
Resource.
Gigi.
What's the deal?
How y'all doing?
How you doing, man?
And,
I'm a low key fan of her a little bit. She don't know, but I'm a little fan of her. But I just ain't seen her in a while. You
Thank
said
you.
what?
I said thank you. I actually kind of it last night. I got jumped last night, but I held mines. I held mines.
I see you get jumped all the time. That's be funny.
Yeah, they be after
But
me. They be after me.
mm-hmm.
But I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna still keep spreading my message because that's
Got
my
to.
purpose.
Got to. You said that's your YouTube or your Facebook? I mean,
What's
your your
my
TikTok.
YouTube channel? My YouTube
Okay.
channel. Yeah, so I'm almost at 1,000. Um,
Didn't I
so
follow you? I followed you a long time. I told you I was a fan, but if that's a different page, that might be a different page then.
it's Daily Buzz Show, all one word.
Let me let me check then real quick. Daily Buzz Show. She said she need that one more real quick. Let me get that one more so I can go live.
Everyone, please, everyone, please.
I go up on here. I go up on here and what kind of content you post though? What kind of
It's not
content you
She
male
post?
bashing.
accountability. I love it.
It's
Anybody talk about
Accountability
accountability.
content?
accountability?
It's growth in the community. It's solution based.
Mm.
Yeah, I just try to be a beacon of light.
Oh, okay. Beacon the light, huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
there
I
you go.
advocate for family. I advocate for family. You can't
Oh yeah,
build.
I'm already following you. Oops. Damn, I'm already following you. Dang, I ain't mean to hurt you like that, but I'm
It's
already
okay.
following.
Thank
My
you.
It's a
bad
little
for being a
stalkerish.
fan. My bad.
Thank you. But
But yeah,
I advocate for family because you can't. We're always talking about building wealth in the Black community, and one thing that we have been doing wrong this whole time is we have not valued family.
Mhm,
You look at other races, they have the grandparents living in the house with the family. That's free childcare. That's also wisdom. That's
mhm,
also building an empire together, and then also those children are learning from those grandparents as well. So different missions being accomplished all in one. And then those
mhm,
grandparents are being kept young because those children.
mhm.
So everyone's winning.
Hey, look, my turn now. Resource Queen, I need you to do me a favor. Let me yell it to her. You do me a favor.
Sure.
But nah, yeah, follow my YouTube too. I got one too, man. I'm only at like I ain't got as many followers as you, but I've been working on this thing forever. It's
Okay.
crazy. I'm just getting. I got like 300 or something. I think. Yeah,
I will
it's
follow
the
you.
same name though. Mine's Laugh and Learn Kev. But that's really
Okay.
I'm trying to switch over to that. I'm trying to shift over to that eventually.
Yeah, it's a lot. My fiance, I'm thankful for him because he does all the logistics. I kind of just show up and
Hmm.
do my thing, have my stories ready, and he handles everything else.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
Oh
I'm
yeah.
really lucky.
Resource.
Oh,
That's where the
speaking
resource
of,
come from.
I know that this goes against everything that you just said that you for, but have you heard have you heard that story about that he was I think he's like a lawyer husband and he like got full custody of his kids and he was like really bad and there's videos posted everywhere and his wife offed herself because of it.
Mm-mm.
No, I
No.
didn't hear about that.
The black man?
Oh my God, it's crazy. His name's Andrew something or another. Um, but yeah, it's everywhere, dude. She like the day that a judge, okay, so he was a lawyer and
Oh.
he had really good ties with the entire like local legal community in his system. And so he was just getting things passed without her even knowing that there was a court date, without her even showing up to court. Like she lost custody like 3 or 4 times, had to
Uh,
fight for it back. And then the last time they had they had revoked all of her rights to her kids. So she and she had cancer. This was her third time with cancer.
oh my
Black
God, he's
man,
a
this
piece
Mm-mm.
dude
of
black?
shit.
Black man or white dude?
No, he's white. They're all white.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, she went to her tiny little apartment that she had now, and she typed up and released everything, and then she took herself out because she was like, at least
Oh
they gonna
my.
know what he did. And I was like, yeah, it's been a crazy story. I've been watching it all week. But yeah, anyway,
Dang, that's interesting. I mean,
Nice.
I kind of want to talk about it now.
Was it?
On my show. That that's
I'll
terrible.
see if I can find his name for you, and I'll type it in the chat.
Thank you. Yeah, people need to learn their rights. I've just stumbled across, well, not really stumbled across. I kind of for a while the whole straw man thing, and knowing about your having that you have a trust when you're born, and it's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know if you guys are privy to that information yet, but I would suggest reading this book called Meet Your Straw Man. It's a hell of a book.
Meet your strong man. Wow.
Straw Man.
Oh, straw man. I'm like, what the heck,
Get
muscle
ready for
man and
your mind
stuff?
to be blown and to be mad. You're gonna be upset
Okay.
because we are literally being played.
Oh yeah, I already know, man. Just take a little opening that third eye up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to get this thing, download this thing real quick. Yeah, man. I've been trying to work on our YouTube forever. Don't you can still go on like YouTube mobile, right? Or
Um.
I think I can go live without 1,000.
Yeah, I think so. I've never tried it on YouTube yet.
Mm,
Going live. That's a monster. But I have to drop down because I'm actually about to record now.
oh yeah, for
So
sure.
it was nice talking to you guys. Have a good one.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate you. Whew. Oh yeah, I'm stretching it now. So let me see. I might give y'all about 10 more minutes.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it, bro. I follow everybody. Hold on, let me follow Hobo on here. I'll try to follow. I appreciate you for allowing me to come on, man. Y'all schooling me on not only hearing y'all perspectives and just trying to relate y'all different interactions to my own life. That's how I try to see stuff, like
Yeah.
Uh, and I appreciate everybody's perspective, bro. I followed you, man, and
Oh yeah, for
most
sure.
definitely relate to you on so many levels, man. Just keep going. And then everything will work itself out. Most definitely, stick to your message, man. Don't be
Yeah.
discouraged within your message. You know what I mean? Whatever
Mm,
it is.
yeah. Exactly, man. That's helping me, man. I'd be needing that, the extra jump, man, to show that that I'm actually reaching out to people and stuff. That's what made me want to grind harder and stuff. I was mentioning that earlier because I just met a lead about three people today and stuff. I'm like, this Sunday is getting wonderful. I'm meeting people that's helped me want to push even more because it's showing that there's actually more people that's out here like this. You know what I'm saying? That's trying to grow, figure ways to grow, and stop trying to use excuses and stuff, and try to, that's what we need though. We all need to help push one another. But yeah, for
Mm-hmm.
sure, man.
Yeah, I mean, and just y'all most definitely talk me about this live, because I don't go live and nothing like that. A lot of time I might just pop on real quick, but y'all most definitely put me on this live game, and I be trying to stay out the way, man. I don't got no,
Hmm.
I don't got enough energy to have people mad at me or nothing like that. I just rather make my little funny video. Offended you, not, whatever. That's it, man. Try to find some laughter and stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly,
And then
exactly.
keep it moving, man. But I appreciate y'all, man, and Hobo as well, and Leona. Y'all take care.
Hmm. Is
You
Leona still
too.
woke? Oh,
All right.
what
Yeah.
the? She just be sitting here. She for sure be in here just listening. Wow, I thought you
I
was
do.
asleep. Wow, Leona, she one of my main ones. She be kicking it with me even during the downtime, boy.
I liked him, Kev. I don't know where you found him, but we gotta keep him around.
Right. I just added him too. Him and the other guy was pretty good, man. This is a wonderful Sunday, man. I'm about to be smiling all this week, man. I love it, man. It's giving me more hope, man. For real, that it's people for sure, man. I love it, man. It's gonna help me keep pushing for real. It's gonna help me. You know,
Right.
gotta do what I gotta do, man. For real. All of us need help. Not one of us, not one of us don't need help. I don't even know if I said that right. Maybe y'all get it, but I'm just saying we all need help,
I
man.
get
Man,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
But I
That's
appreciate you
crazy. I didn't know
having
you
this talk,
remembered
Kev.
that. I'm like, what the heck? I'm so used to taking up with people and stuff. I didn't even know you remember that.
Nah, I don't ever forget.
Yeah. I forgot. I guess because I'm so used to doing it because it's just like I said, this stuff is I guess it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when people get hurt or if I feel like somebody doing somebody wrong or something like that. No, it's just I try to take up for what's it don't got no, and it ain't got nothing to do with skin color, it ain't got to do with none of that stuff. If wrong is wrong at the end of the day. And that's what I try to take up for. I
Yeah.
got cussed out or one time you remember my boy the number one dude I never get along with. I know you know him. You see me in his live every now and then. I haven't been up with it in a while because I just can't take it. His energy over there be tearing me up, but we still cool in a way, but we just never get along. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You know, because you go in his room too. Just make a guess at
Who?
who I could talk about. The only guy I don't get along with on this live, that but we still friends and stuff.
I don't know. I know. I remember seeing you in a live.
Say
You
three.
hopped in a box
I'm
that
just
I
gonna
was
say
in.
three.
Oh, bro, I love him. Yeah,
Me and
but
him,
yeah, y'all have
boy.
completely different views.
Boy, me and him never ever. We just don't. That's my number one guy. I just cannot get along. Even though I had moments where I was, but it's boy, this junk is so crazy. But what was I getting to about him?
I don't know.
Uh,
You know, he made the list of problematic people. He was on that
oh
list.
yeah, I seen it too. I seen both his, and he was number two. He was
Yeah,
number two on that one. Yep, that
I
dude, boy,
messaged him
he.
about it. I was like, what did you do to get the number one spot, bro?
Mhm.
What did you do to piss
He
these
kind of
people off?
died. He kind of died down a little bit though on the topics he be having because he probably and I feel like I kind of it's for me. I feel like I'm the one that influenced him on that a little bit though because I noticed he's trying to change a couple of his ways because he always be on the hatred stuff. I be on the love stuff. We really opposites on all type of stuff, man. That junk is just so weird. So it's like. I noticed that his topics is about anime and stuff now, which I love it. I mean, I love that he did it
Yeah.
instead of keep coming with these stuff to make people mad and oh, this is that. If you believe in this, then you're ignorant and not, every night, like I said, we still bump heads to this day on different situations. But um, okay, what was I getting to about him? It was something I could get to about him. Um, hmm, what was I getting to? I feel like I'm getting old and I'm only 30 something years old. Why the heck I be forgetting about stuff? What was he talking about? I'm like, no. We was talking about something. I'm trying to think. It was something about him I was gonna mention. Uh,
I don't know. Leona, you been keeping track? You been taking notes in the meeting?
No.
man. Well, I know
Come
some.
on, it's
Man,
like
I'm
you're taking
mad.
your time.
I
Come
need to play
on.
some music. I'm
Get it
gonna
back.
play this real quick. Where that noise at for me, real quick. This one I done had a brain fart. I gotta put this. Where you at? Where that
But I
noise
don't
at?
know,
I can't even
man.
find the noise. Oh, we gotta do
I
this.
was seeing it. People were jumping about things that I thought were absolutely stupid. Also, though, on a serious note, if you did want to reach out to God fucking damn it. What's that, Cynthia? I know she would really
Oh,
appreciate it because she's been going through a hard time lately.
yeah, I haven't seen her in a while. Hope I ain't do nothing. I haven't seen
No,
her
no,
in a
no,
while.
no.
She came
She
over here a
was
couple times though.
she was just done with the everything, and so now she just does like battle lives now. But
Oh,
but
and she
yeah,
hang with her people too. I noticed she only hang with her peoples, the ones that speak
yeah,
the same language as her too. I've been seeing
yeah.
that. I ain't even seen her in a long time.
I know.
Yeah,
I pop in every now and then just to check on her, but her husband deployed
talking
a
about
while ago,
taking
and
up
so
for
she's
people.
just
Oh,
been
there
like,
you go. She be listening. I like
see, thanks,
Gigi.
Gigi.
She just reminded me exactly. I love it, man. I just met her today. She be listening to me just like Leona be doing and stuff. Cool, 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 cool. So there we go. So yeah, I was talking to about what I was talking about that is that yeah, I got into it with him one day because I took up for somebody. Because I was like, that's crazy, dog. That maybe I'm actually somebody listening to me. I, I can't believe she remembered that. But yeah, yeah, I was in the live and I seen them attacking this YT, right? Was saying that he was had black in him, right? Or something like that. And I was like, it was something they was talking about. It's like they just started jumping him and stuff. I'm like, dog. And then I actually got kind of offended because I'm like, dog, I didn't know you was like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he was like that. Like he got a because I'm like, dude, I thought you was like the type that's trying to grow and all that stuff, but it's like soon as certain topics come with, then he just. So I went up there. I was like, no, I said, why y'all doing him like that? Like, why y'all assume that he's racist and stuff? And y'all calling him stuff. And then I guess he ended up bringing me up and all that stuff. I'm like, no. And then me and him start going back and forth. He's like, what you trying to take her for the white tea guy or something? I'm like, that ain't got nothing to do with that though. But I'm saying I'm gonna call wrong when it's wrong. It ain't got nothing to do with the skin color or not. What y'all doing to him is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all jumping him because y'all trying to you trying to call him whatever he is because what your eyes see, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna tell somebody what they is? Because if somebody was to do that to you, you'd be feeling crazy and thinking that they silly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of people be dishing out stuff that they don't want for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I felt that was
Yeah.
wrong. So like I said, that junk be messed up. But yeah,
Hmm.
his lies, I ain't gonna lie, his lies be making me, because he be having them group of people in there that I would be, that I would, and then that's the only time I really snapped on this app in general was it was the group of people I cannot mess with because they only think about what their feelings and feelings only, and no logic don't make sense, and they just be talking stuff. They'll label you something as soon as you say something wrong, you get labeled something. And as soon as you take up for the label, the next minute, they get to say what they want to say, but as soon as you say something back, right? Then all of a sudden you get deemed, what you this? You must be this misogyny and all like, bro. And one time I called this one person kept like, you sound fucking stupid. I said, and I ended up snapping like, you sound. I said the B word and stuff, and then they gonna
I
drop me
remember
out the
that.
mouth like, no,
I remember
huh?
that. Oh, bro, when I
Oh, you
tell you
was in there?
I was cackling. I was.
Oh, you was in there? You was over there sneaking on me, man. You wasn't supposed to
I'm
say that.
always thinking. I be
You
everywhere all the time. Don't
you
worry about
witness everywhere. Yeah, I was in I think Mr. Good Vibes, his live and stuff, man. This one just was not trying to hear me though. And that was actually when Three Swords was in there too. I was in there, I was trying to take up for him too at the same time. Because he was saying something that all of a sudden all of them turned on me, was making jokes out of stuff. What do you mean by this? I'm like, bro, I was just joking when I said that. And then they kept saying, they just kept trying to come with everything when I was trying to make logical sense out of the situation, and then they just kept going after me. That's why I gotta lead us. That made me, and that's why I love that type of stuff, because it showed me what I need to work on. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say that every now and then I would go into these messed up or these toxic lies that's always ran by feelings and stuff, just to see how much I got my feelings in control. And that way I know that I'm not just talking. You know what I'm saying? I put myself in a heated situation just to see how I'm gonna handle myself. It ain't really just even trying to persuade somebody to my side. I got to see if I'm talking to talk. That's all it is. I'm talking to talk and I'm walking the walk. That's all it
it.
is. So
I feel that because I used to do the same thing with Black Gurus Live. That man, that man bothers my soul. I promise you he does.
yeah, I know he do.
But
I know he do.
I would just, I'm trying to make sure that I'm good, right? Because as long as
Yep.
if I can hear him go like he goes and not
Mhm.
get triggered and not get upset, not feel the need to punch him in the face, then I know I'm in a good place.
Yep.
Why
There you
y'all
go.
so
Exactly.
violent?
Yo, yeah,
Why?
she tough. She tough, man.
Bro,
She tough.
I got issues. As my biggest flaw, and I'm completely transparent about this. My biggest flaw is that when I'm angry, I am absolutely convinced that I am a 7'2", 350-pound man, and you can't tell me nothing.
I feel you. You already know. I already know.
Mad. I don't get angry anymore because me in that space is not safe for nobody. So I just don't do it.
Hmm.
I'm an adult and I am
You.
responsible for my own actions. I go to big girl jail now, and I don't want to do that.
Hmm. See, you know what made me think about it? While a lot of us all connected, right? Because it made me I thought about how it all started. Because remember we used to be in Discord and all that stuff with each other and chilling. And I
Yeah.
realized when we was connecting, it was all because we was all vibing on certain stuff and having fun and all that stuff. But they never seen my take it serious side or me talking side. That's what it was. They never seen like the topics that I used to be serious on and all that stuff. So that's what you made me think more on that, because when we all did connect, it was all like fun and games, and we just random talking most of the time. It wasn't really no
Yeah.
topic or nothing. So that's probably why we end up connecting. But then like you can see when stuff gets serious or when we got to talk about stuff, just like how I do daily now, that's when everybody start understanding each other. But like I say, at the end of the day, real friends, and that's what I realized. Real friends, they're going to stick with you thick and thin no matter what. A real supporter, that all that stuff too, because it's like some people is only with you for it's a reason behind why they're with you, you know what I'm saying? But eventually it will reveal itself. That's just with anybody. I'm not even just talking about that situation, but it's just something I just learned. I'm really learning in life, you know what I'm saying? Even with my friends, the real friends I got in real life, right? They still sticking around even though I changed a lot of my ways. I know that they ain't gonna change a lot because a lot of stuff I can't do that they've been doing and all that stuff. And I'm really proud right now. And I was just talking to my friend. It's my friend named Tyrie. He the main one I've been friends with since high school. And we had our ups and downs and all type of stuff. I was even talking to him when I was on the phone recently. And we done been through so much and whatever, and we always looked out for each other ever since. And then he had his way. He was super stubborn and certain stuff. I had, my stuff, and then eventually when I got
Sorry.
older, I end up, and now this recently when I changed my life on certain situations, try to be more positive. I wasn't expecting some of my friends to be that way, and then the one I'm talking about, he always been negative and always come with negative man. I used to call him negative man and all that stuff. And then now I realized that when I changed my life, eventually, like I can see, and the more I keep talking to him, and I'm just getting proud of him more, I'm like, wow, this dude, he done changed his life too. He started changing, and I'm like, dog, I'm like, dog. It's like I said, I don't know if you believe in God, but it's just crazy, just how God work and stuff. It's like it showed that people is in your life for a reason, and we both impact each other in some type of way, and still friends to this day, and helping each other out. They made it through the jealous times. They made it through the times that we got and fell out a couple times. We never fought each other either. I wouldn't want to fight his big self anyways. That dude super strong. He don't reason why I'm strong because he's strong. That boy's strong, but it's just like we went through so much stuff, and now we just better. I done changed my life. He done changed his life for the better. He thinking more positive now. I've never thought I would hear this out his mouth. That's why I'm just so proud of him to this day. I'm like, wow. But I do have this one friend now, my second main friend I'm with. And even though he might not come out of his mouth, but I know he kind of more like kind of ego driven and stuff because he's only set in the way he wants to. But I could tell that I'm slowly making an impact on him too because they want to be like because they know how I am. They know my heart. They know me, right? Because we've been friends for so long. So it's like even though he's not gonna change right away, but I could tell that different stuff. That's why he like when I was telling him I used to work out, I was working out and all this stuff, and he made excuses. But then again, not later down the line, he like, man, okay, I want to let you know I lost some pounds and stuff. He never told me that what he trying to do, but it showed that the stuff I be telling him and stuff, he might not admit it, but he showed it in different ways. So it's crazy though. So you can impact your friends, the ones that really want to stick around with you. You most definitely can, especially if it's for the better. So that's what a real friend is for real. But we can go ahead. Ryan.
Okay, hold on. In that same vein, right? Because we did do some yelling at each other, and I did low key hold you accountable. I don't ever do that without also giving you flowers. Okay, so I do want to give you big props because I have noticed now that you brought it up. I don't know how I forgot. Now that you brought it up, I remember your lives in the beginning when we were all in here, and you would look so uncomfortable in your own space. You were like, I don't want to make anybody cry. You know what I'm talking about. A certain human being would just take over your life, and you would just be like, whatever, I'm just gonna let it. I don't even care. That has not happened in months. Okay, you have stayed in control. You've kept it flowing nice and good. You haven't lost like your composure and lost the ability to provide the type of life that you want to have. And so it just shows that you've really grown into yourself. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
you really did that. So props
Oh
to you,
yeah.
man.
I appreciate that, man. Y'all need to stop today, man. Y'all got me about to really grind in this wood, man. Y'all tell you, I don't know that y'all be motivating the motivator, man. And I'm glad it's being seen too. That's actually why I appreciate niche too, even though me and her don't be seeing out on a lot of stuff too, though. She lucky she pretty. But I'm just saying that she been around just as long too, you know what I'm saying? And she never, I don't think she ever, well, maybe she took a break, I don't know. But it's like still she know the character, she know what I mean and what I'm trying to do and stuff. Like she know that the stuff I'm doing is not to I'm not purposely trying to hurt anybody, right? But like I said, things just got to be said. Some stuff just got to be said. That's why I speak on stuff that I know that's uncomfortable to everybody else. Like I be talking about the sex thing, right? I love talking about that. First, I had a problem with it. I was scared to even talk about that. I felt that was so lame. Like, what the heck? You ain't getting no buns. You draw this long. But that was just me listening to what the other people in this world is saying, not realizing that junk is harming more than anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I freely talk about that, just to see if I can get somebody else uncomfortable, because I realize that a lot of people is driven off that. You know what I'm saying? They're driven off that. They make relationships out of that and all that stuff. And I love talking about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I talk about all the uncomfortable things that don't be addressed out in real life. You know what I'm saying? Because it's stuff I've been observing of. You know, one
Right.
thing is that, and I was mentioning that earlier, is that but that's one thing I got from my father. He was like, "You don't want to be a statistic." You know, that's the only reason I probably. And I'm not trying to say it this way, but I'm saying that's the reason why I don't got no kid. Why I'm trying to wait on that situation because it's common for everybody to have a kid out of wedlock and all that stuff. You know, it's common for people to be going to jail for silly stuff and do drugs. And, you know, all this stuff and all that stuff. I did. I try to stay away from it. I did not want to be normal. Not as sad that a lot of that stuff is considered normal. I just didn't want to be part of the normal. I want to do things different. My dad knew something was up back then when I had this one girl. And he's like, that ain't even right. Now it was weird that I had kind of morals in that way too. My dad was like, that's kind of weird that you actually turned the girl down that wanted to give you something. You know what I'm saying? It was a while ago when I was younger because me and this one girl was friends, but we wanted to be friends and all that stuff. And I was calling my best friend or something like that. Um, and then eventually one of these days she's like, man, remember I called you BFF, you know what I'm saying? The other F mean ucking, you know what I'm saying? The F word, you know what I'm saying? So, so she tried to use it that way and something like that. So right, exactly. So what she said, and then I'm like, nah, man, I can't do it, man. I don't want to mess our friendship up because I know we friends and all that stuff. So any other guy would have took that on and stuff, but I cared more about our friendship than trying to just sleep with it and all that stuff. So then she still was a wild one. She was just so high, you know what I'm saying? Like how dogs be in heat. She was like, she went for the next friend. I'm like, dang, that's some serious stuff that you just got to hit something on the way out the door. And she did it at that dude's house. That was wild. That was crazy though. But
What?
my dad
You
knew
just out
something
here
was
spilling
up
all
then
this
that
girl tea.
huh?
You just out here spilling all of this girl's little tea. That's her business.
I ain't say no names though, but I'm just saying there's people that like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think my the point of me saying that is just that I guess I had a little control even when I was younger too, and that I care more about. It was a moral thing more than anything than just getting ran off my Peter weeder and stuff. Because any other man would have felt for it, like, dang girl, you want to do that? Let's do this thing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I've been so
Yo,
that
yo,
I
yo,
mean
yo,
it was
yo,
just
yo,
like
hold
that.
on,
My
hold on,
dad
hold
knew it
on,
was
hold on, hold
something
on.
different, huh?
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. God damn it. Hold on. Fuck. Shit.
She horrible.
How do you flip the camera?
How you what? Switch it? Oh, there you
Do
go.
you see this?
What the freak is that? A possum?
It's a fucking possum.
Get her! It's like, you gonna see it turn around like, ski. You outside?
No, we got like the glass patio door. I'm
Oh,
not going outside with no damn possum.
I thought you was outside. I'm like, you too cool. That's some Texas stuff. You cool. That is dark out there too.
Yeah, we
Wait,
got a
ain't
storm.
you? What
No,
time?
fuck that
What time?
possum will kill you. I'm not messing with that thing.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, you bite that. I don't think it got a shot, so you good
Mm-mm.
on that.
This thing ugly too. It'd be different if it was pretty. That's an ugly thing.
All it's gonna do is
You gotta
play unalive. It's gonna play unalive. Yeah, but
What'd you
yeah,
say,
that
Lord?
was my main thing. I just ain't want to be a statistic. That's why I try to learn from every other. But that's why I don't want to. I didn't smoke. I know you get all that stuff. I just wanted to. I had to learn through other people. That's the reason why I be laughing when people be telling me, "Oh, you don't know about kids. You can't get kid advice and parent advice and can't give marriage advice and all this stuff." And I'm like, dude, I grew in life to be observant of what's going on in life. A lot of people live life just to live it. They don't want to observe it. That's why they can't correct their own mistakes because they're not looking at their mistakes or they're not looking at other people's mistakes. So they whether, personally experience it before they learn anything. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel
I
you.
learn
But
from
like
other people.
as far as like the parenting shit goes, I will
Yeah.
say that the biggest thing I didn't take into account before I became a parent, because I'm with you. Like I taking care of a kid is common sense shit. If you ask me personally, it's common sense. But
Yeah.
I didn't know how bad sleep deprivation was. I didn't really understand what that shit'll do to you. And it is not okay, my God. I promise you.
Yeah.
Like in first 3 months, you never catch up on sleep. You are literally running on empty. When
Mhm.
you could have asked me my name when she was 2 months old and I wouldn't have been able to tell you. I didn't know. I ain't know nothing about nothing. I promise you. I was just trying to make it through the
Man,
next 10 minutes. But yeah, now that she's bigger, it's I don't know. But I'm a weird. That's why I don't talk about parenting on this app because I'm a gentle
bro.
parent. I'm a respectful parent, quote unquote, and everybody got issues with that. So I just keep my opinions to
Hmm.
myself. and I mind my
Yeah,
little
you can't
business
even
over
tell
here in
another
the corner.
parent about a parent either. That's just how it is. That's they call that ego stuff. So it
Exactly.
just don't work.
I mean, you can't tell your own parents shit about their parenting. You know, so like, come on
Yeah.
now. I did the best I could. Okay, it was bad. That's all I'm saying.
Did
I'm
the
just
best
saying you
I
could have calmed down. Shit. But yeah.
could.
So, oh
Let me see.
my
Hold
God, kids, did we bond? I feel like we bonded. Is
on.
that how you supposed to do? We gotta scream and yell at each other? Or we,
You silly nut. Nah, we gonna have some more disagreements though, but that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because we all on the same. Like I told you, we all on the same path. At the end of the day, we all is. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. We on the same path. It's just different routes to it. Even the panda rooms, even all of everybody looking for the same thing. Everybody trying to find some type of help. You know what I'm saying? So, but we let ego and all that stuff stop us. Especially if it don't go the way we get the way we wanted it to go. That's just how it is. But that's how it is. I mean, it is what it is.
bro, I learned
That
early as
easy.
fuck in my life that I
But
have
I can call.
little
I
to
can
no
call
control over
Gabe. You want me to
anything.
call Gabe?
Yeah, you could not if you really thought about it. God, that boy there, he learned nothing, and I don't mean that in the back, but I mean like you get banana every other day, and
Right.
you just continue to do the same thing every single time because like next time I'ma stop him, or you could just stop doing the things that get you banana. What are you doing? Gabe, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him though. Low key, I haven't seen him in a while.
Bro, it was bad.
Me and him
There
got
was a
into it a few
lot.
times.
Yeah, you did, and then him and I think it was your live. Him and J Love got into it, and he got into it with J Love's husband. And
Yeah,
then,
them two.
oh my,
Yeah.
oh, it was
Then it
it was
got
a lot.
worse when on OC Live. It got super worse. He got he called J Love all type of stuff. I was like, wow.
No,
They had that
Jesus.
recorded.
But yeah, then he took a really, really long break, and now he got a haircut. I saw that he got a haircut finally,
Mm,
and I don't know nothing else about him because I was like, oh, cool, I'm gonna stay way over here. No offense. Glad
yeah.
he
Yeah, her got into it eventually too. I always run like anybody that's ego driven. I never get along with them, and I knew them two was gonna for sure get into it
Oh,
because they
thank
both
you,
driven
man.
off ego.
That's really
Huh?
sweet. That's like the nicest thing you could say to me. I really appreciate that. Thank you,
What?
Leon. She
Oh,
said I seem
oh,
really healthy and balanced from my experience. Thank you. It took a fucking lot of work. I promise you that. It
yeah.
was really
All
hard,
that
but
take work.
oh
Most
my God, it
definitely,
was
man.
terrible. But we're in a good place now. We're good. We're okay. We're still stupid. And like I was telling Kev earlier, like I in my heart, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I'm always like, oh no, they didn't mean to hurt me. I'm still trying to work on that part. But we're getting
Yeah,
somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Slowly but surely, but that's all that matters. I got to the end of my life to get to where I'm trying to get. So plenty of time.
exactly, man. Exactly, man. We got every day we can work on
Thank you.
something.
Thank
That's
you.
why I say it's work is never stop. It never stop. I say that, and that's why, like I said, I mentioned earlier in my live that that's the reason why I say better than my yesterday when people ask me something, because it's something I can always work on better the next day. You know what I'm saying? I always strive to be better. I don't want to stay my own mentality. I don't want to stay my own type of emotion or stay my own type of, whatever. I want to be better in something every day. I want to learn something better. I want to, express myself better. Something got to be better the next day, because if I'm the same character I was yesterday or the same character I was 3 years ago, it's something I'm not doing. You know what I'm saying? I done got comfortable or something. So it's something I got to be better at. And that's my daily goal, is to be better than my yesterday. You know what I'm saying? That's my daily goal.
Yeah, I agree. That's one of my well, I'm married now, but back in my dating times, that was that was one of my requirements for
Yeah.
whoever I was going to get in a relationship with. You had to constantly be growing towards something because I can't that's what I'm doing in my life. I'm trying to get somewhere. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm trying to get to the best possible version of myself.
Yep.
And if you're not also on that page, you ain't gonna be doing nothing but holding me back and making me feel bad about my growth. And that's not healthy for anybody.
Exactly. Exactly. What the freak? You right. Why the heck
I
is
told
I'm?
you that me and you get along. We agree about a lot of
Oh
things.
yeah, we
We
do. We
just
do.
ended at two different points.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
you feel like it's over here, and I feel like the point is over here. But
Oh
we
yeah.
still are both like, no, that's definitely a problem. It's an issue. I see it. So that's why I can deal with you. That's why I
Yeah,
don't yell
yeah.
and scream at you, because I don't see no point.
Right, right. I feel you on that, man. That's how it is, man. That's even with the people that's in my room all the time. Like it's not, and that's why I was mentioning earlier to the new people and stuff. Like that's how it's supposed to be. We all not gonna agree with everything because all of us got our own point of view and things and stuff. But it's just all about like what is our intentions? What we trying to do? Are we trying to, you know what I'm saying? If we all got the same intentions of growth, then let's make that happen. In that part, that's one thing we can agree on. If we all got the same intentions of, trying to better ourselves, that's something all we can work on. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have to be robots and be identical to make that stuff happen. So as long as we got that the key thing, then we gonna try to find different routes, and that's why I love mentioning like with Cormiga said and stuff. What was the power of diversity? And that's like one of the main things. It show you the many routes to get to a certain situation. You know what I'm saying? The many routes of living life. All that stuff. It don't got to be the exact same way, and it ain't always got to be your way. It ain't got to be my way. It ain't got to be her, his way, and all that stuff. It's all of us trying to find a balanced ground or an equal ground to something, or find a way just to get to it. You know what I'm saying? And to show that we have multiple ways to get to it. It ain't just one way, because that's when you get discouraged. Like, dang, this the only way I could have bettered myself, or this the only way I can, you know, build this up or something like that. No, it is, and that's why I mentioned before, it's literally a million ways. It's a million ways to get to anything, or to better yourself. It's a million ways to think, a million ways to find a way to own a business. It's literally a lot of ways, but we be limiting ourselves and give up too early. That's what it is.
Yeah, but like I don't know. It's hard. It's hard sometimes to be able to see something. And like I get it, because that's why people rebel, right? It's because they feel like they have to be in this box and they don't like this box. So it's
Yeah.
fuck everything, including this box. I'm just mad now. But yeah, I mean we all end up in similar positions. And I know that my existence has pissed some people off before. Okay. Like, here's things that you don't know about me. Once upon a time, I used to do some stuff, right? So I danced professionally at one point. Now I got the part. This was like fresh out of my DV, which was like 3 or 4 years. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't done nothing in a hot minute. I showed up to the audition. I got the part with 6 other girls. And all of those girls had been like classically trained for like 12, 18 years. They've been working their butts off to get to this position. And yet here I am in the same spot as you.
But when you
That's
say
kind of
dance,
sucky.
do you mean dance, or dance
I mean,
dance?
You talking about pole dancing?
Huh?
not that kind of dancing.
I
Oh,
had to make sure before I say. I'm like, she was doing her thug thizzle back in the
No,
day.
yeah, look, I don't
Doing,
know. I know that
got
I
the
know that
hair
you don't know,
going crazy on it.
because I don't show my body on the internet.
I,
But I am 102 pounds soaking wet. I am a toothpick. I'm not on nobody's pole doing nothing. All I would be is a disappointment
that's
if I
what I
was on
was
it,
over there,
okay?
and I wasn't even trying to picture that. But when you said I danced,
yeah,
I'm
you
like,
see,
what the?
I knew you wasn't. That's why I had to say
Because I didn't want to say it too fast. Let me listen a little bit more. Like, see what she, you know what I'm saying? I
No,
mean, I wasn't going to
I,
judge you either, because you got to do what you do good, you out
yeah,
of it.
I
Nah, you
look
know what I'm saying? But
exactly.
I'm like, but she was making it,
no, I would have been a
I would have
disappointment on
did
she was
that.
that.
making it snap. You know what I'm saying?
Then men would have put their money back in their wallet. They would have been like, "Oh, that's not what I'm here for today."
Oh, man.
But yeah, we all end up in the same position sometimes, and it's okay. It's fine. We get there how we get there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It seems like a lot of people, especially on this app, don't really seem to understand that like I can do things completely different and still end up in the same position as you,
Yeah.
because it's a path. There's points on the path. We all hit the points because they're unavoidable points on the path. But like the path that you choose is yours. You can do whatever you want
Mm-hmm.
for the most part. As long as you live through whatever you do, you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Respectfully.
Exactly.
I'm all for the basic rules of like, as long as you ain't hurting yourself and nobody else, it's none of my business.
That's all it is. Exactly. As long as you ain't hurt you. That's why I tell people, believe in what you believe. As long as you ain't affecting yourself or nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do that's gonna help you grow. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I heard
Or
you
if you just
talking
comfortable
to.
being just regular, you know what I'm saying? I guess do that, but don't do nothing that's gonna affect you or hurt you. You know what I'm saying?
Was that beautifully you was talking to earlier this morning, where you were like, is it good for you? Is it not hurting you? Like, is it working for you? Then I'm with it. Let's go. Like, do you?
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's what I tell people. I can't, because I can't push my beliefs or my mentality on nobody else. But I'm like, because I could. My thing is, what I catch a lot of people doing though. A lot of people be talking about, and that's why even when okay, that was exactly. Dang, you was in here. Dang, you have been in my life. You've been in my life. What the heck? What's going on? It's not she. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, dang, I was on here early too when I was talking to her. But
Hmm.
the reason why I can't take what she had said a little bit, she kind of, and I realized I heard it when she changed it. I just ain't put it up front when she said it though. But when you said that I chose violence, right? You already came in there with you don't say that for no reason, right? So you hurting yourself in that process. But then again, then you contradicted and said that no, I'm good. I was, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I said. I listen to people. I actually just listen and then I listen to them as they change too. So I'm like, okay, all right. But you can live with whatever you want to live with. But I mean, I can read between the lines on a lot of situations. That's all it is. But so I'm like, dog, you trying to do this and be save a hero? That don't work. You're gonna hurt yourself more than anything. You try to save certain situations that meant to be saved. When a lot of
Yeah.
people not even trying to save themselves. You can't
But that
save
was a
somebody that ain't trying to
hard
save
lesson.
themselves.
That's a hard lesson to learn. It takes a whole lot of head knocking for people to get that one.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But it is what it is. I'm to that point now, and I still get blamed. I get blamed when I don't help. Because I offer, I send the helping hand. And if you tell me I
Hmm.
don't need it, cool. Do you? I'm a sit back. I'm not going to impose on you, I promise. But
Yeah.
when you hit that brick wall, you don't get to turn back to me and be like, well, why didn't you tell me about the brick? I tried to, baby. You weren't
Right.
listening.
Oh, you right. You right. That's perfect. Yeah, you right. Because as long as I did my part, it's up to you to do theirs. Because I actually had one of my friends. I ain't gonna put her name on here though, but she had inboxed me and stuff like, "Dang, Kev, you was right about that or something like that that I shouldn't have been doing." I was like, "No." I said, "Sure. I guess you wanted to go bump your head yourself. Like I don't be
Hey,
saying nothing for no reason. But you went on and had to try it yourself. Now you over there stressed and bananas right now." Because you went on and ran your mouth anyways when I told you just avoid it. Like you sitting here
mm-hmm.
losing your whole page and they still got their page up because you running your mouth to a group of people that's making you lose your cool and they can care less about you losing your account. You're gonna lose your whole entire account over somebody else. All this work you can put in. That's why I always tell people you got to protect yourself. And it ain't the other person because you can only control yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's
So you'll be glad when you leave.
yeah, exactly. They like, ooh, I'm glad. Right now, you got to get another 1,000 followers again to go back live
Exactly.
again because you couldn't shut your
Exactly.
mouth. What the?
Yeah.
Oh, here go your twin coming in. You the new AJ now. Forget that. She done stepped in and out today, but and said what I done seen what up y'all about 15 times today. I don't even know if this the real one.
Hey, AJ.
What's the deal, AJ? I don't know what's going on, but yeah, you the new AJ now, man. Yeah, you been in my life the whole entire time. That's when you start some stuff. I know I'm messing with you, AJ. I know you probably be busy and stuff. I already know, man. But it's hey, there's some people that want to hear from you soon because I told them that you be dropping them gems and all that stuff, man. Well, I met some good people for sure today, man. For sure. I'm like, dang. And I thought me oversleeping last night, but I messed up.
It's
Got up
okay.
today. It was wonderful. Everything happened for a reason.
He gonna keep doing it. That's just how he is.
He always trying to replace me. It's
Hmm.
not. I'm doing it with you. It's you and you. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate us because we ain't us. You know what I'm saying? So I pick one of y'all us's. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the same people. You know.
I'm
It's like,
cool with that, bro. I love if there's anybody on this app that you gonna compare me to, I'm glad it's AJ.
oh yeah, yeah. You
He's
know
too
what's
cool.
so funny though? Because I knew you first, and I never realized when I talked to AJ. Right? I never noticed that y'all had the same voice. I was like, hold up. Then I realized down the line, I'm like, hold up. When I started talking more to AJ and stuff, when she started coming in my room, where I was like, why her voice sound familiar? And then one day, I'm like, hold up, she sound like, oh, and then when somebody else said that junk, I was like, I was like, dog, why do they sound the same? But
See, no,
now,
that's
me
just
kicking.
colorism. Y'all think all mixed people sound the same. That's not cool.
No, she got that Texas type accent. That's what it is. She
Bro,
got
I
that, but
really don't understand AJ's accent because I know she ain't been down here. So
she
like I don't
probably
know.
didn't. Probably
I don't
did.
know why she got that little twang.
But
But
now,
it's
now
okay.
that I kick it with y'all so much, now I can tell that I can hear the difference now. I can tell the difference between y'all two now. At first, I couldn't like what I was like. What the? Why do they sound the same?
Cause we cool, man.
Right?
That's my
Because
little baby.
we ain't us.
He 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 he.
I've always had. I always said the comparison. I was a compliment. Right? Exactly. I already know. I already know. You know, I don't know how I got a Texas accent either.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Y'all just sound the same. That's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? It's something. Somebody just told me I got an accent today. I don't know.
You
I
do a
don't
little
know.
bit.
I, man, it's I get and I think I understand it to a certain extent. But when it just seemed normal to you, like what the hell? I'm just talking like a Negro. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's how it is to me. But it's just you
Kevin,
don't
that's
hear. You're
not
just so
funny.
used to it.
But
I'm from Colorado.
I
I'm
don't know, dude.
confused.
So this what is it Baltimore? That Baltimore accent? I I can't do it. Like I told hubby earlier today, I was like, dude, I could never like be in a relationship. Like I could never have somebody live in my house with that Baltimore accent. I can't do it.
Mm,
That you and what is it?
chew. Oh
I
yeah,
don't
be here. I got.
understand
You
it.
better not chew them, dude. Let them
I'm
chew on their
like,
own, man. I think I got a friend that's like that too. That's what that accent is. I be
yeah, that's
telling
Baltimore.
them I straight got a friend. And I told him too, I was like, say two real quick. And he knew what I was about to get to. He knew he got I'm like, nope, I'm not about to say that. I'm like, dang, try to see something real. I be playing the game with, and then he be chewing me up on that dang on MK game. That's the only thing I don't like getting chewed up on. You know what I'm saying? It's great. It's been great. Oh yeah, for sure, man. I really appreciate you, man. And she remind
Like,
me of Leona. Once they done found my life, they stay in this boy. I love it, man. You know what I'm saying? At least I got people that like me, man. They like me. You know what I'm saying? Cause Leona, she been in my life ever since she met me too, and be in there. And then I see Gigi be listening because she brought back something that I had a brain fart on. I'm like, what the heck? She listening? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for
yeah.
sure, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad I met you today,
I
man.
like Gigi. I worry though, because she asked us who was in problematic lives, and I told her it depends on your views, but that's not an actual answer. So be careful in these streets, because them sharks is out there. I promise
They
you
are.
that.
They are. Most definitely, man.
They
And they
quick
not
with it
trying to hear
too.
you out. They don't care how logical you is. They don't care how much your feelings get in it. That's all about their feelings. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
watch out for that.
Oh,
Everybody ain't trying to hear each other. They take disagreement as disrespect. You know what I'm saying? So the ones you're
yeah.
gonna watch out for.
And I don't think it should be that way. Like we can disagree about stuff. We different people. Of course we're gonna disagree about stuff.
Exactly.
But
The heck? I'm supposed
some
to think
people
like
don't
you?
think so. Some people think all people should be the same and they should all look the same. Everyone should be the same and everything will be great. And I think that sounds boring and stupid and I don't like that. So,
Exactly. Exactly. Sound like no fun. Sound like robotics. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Let's see.
Leona has been really quiet and that's out of
She be
character. So I'm
absorbing this
concerned.
stuff.
Are you okay down there?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm
She
looking at
be
his
yeah, she
face
be
too.
absorbing for real. She do. She do though, man.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Up, y'all. I'm getting ready to go to bed.
All right. Well,
See y'all
yeah, I'm
later.
glad that it might be my cue too, because I have pushed it, and I'm glad this was a good another section, and I could take my break and be on Wednesday. I was gonna say
It
Thursday and be
was.
lazy, but I got to keep my grind, so I'm gonna get on Wednesday.
Okay, I'll see you then,
No.
y'all. Y'all have a
All
good
right, for sure.
Bye
All
bye.
right, you too.
Good night.
All right. Oh, man. All right, y'all. All right, AJ and Hobo, man. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? All the support and all that, and the good talks and all that. So, yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all, dog. Give me some sleep so I can get up in the morning without no grumpiness.
Laters.
Gotta keep your grind. Yeah, you already know, AJ. I'm on it, man. I'm on it for sure, man. I'm on it, man. But I'll catch you, man. Good night. Let's see. Let's have this.